Hello and welcome to another episode of Quotables. This week we are covering Spider-Man 2 to follow up on Spider-Man 1. First of all, I want to introduce my co-host and beloved friend, Ernie.
Hello, I am Ernie, and I'm glad that I'm here. And as always,
You're always here.
I know, right? And and as always, I want to introduce you my co-host, Lex here.
Hello. And again, last week, if you don't remember, if you listened, we had a guest, Sang Kang, a.k.a. Jeffrey Kang.
Hello.
Bang Bang. Oh, I didn't introduce you yet, but yes, this is Sang Kang. Welcome.
Coming in hot.
Welcome back.
Glad to be back.
Thank you for having me back, dude. Because now we're back to formula. You know what I mean? You see that?
Well, it just didn't feel right after listening to the last episode. I was like, okay, I think we need
to finish this trilogy
finish
out.
The series.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have an audio guy today that can be helping us with our audio because last time was a little wonky. We got Kyle here. He's in the background, official beer getter, feet rubber.
Okay.
We'll get there later, and we'll pay him. We'll compensate him. But yes, we are doing Spider-Man Dos, considered one of the greatest superhero movies sequels. I
agree with you. Yeah, it's
I'm just saying in
the
general,
best.
like to the public, it was like noted as like one of the greatest.
Oh yeah, definitely. It
It's
was
up
such a
there.
different
It's
take
up
on a
there.
superhero movie
2004.
at that point.
Changing the game. Still no secret scenes. But yeah, saying welcome back.
Thank you.
So we'll get started again. Oh, did you want to say something? Sound like you did.
No, I was gonna say, I think.
Let me ask you: was this
Okay.
the second movie you seen in English? No, I'm kidding.
I think. How many years did this come out after Spider-Man
This is
1?
2 years
Did we
after.
look at?
2 years. Because 2001 was Spider-Man 1.
I think it was 2002.
Really?
Spider-Man.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
No, but this
3 years.
was, I feel like, one of the first movies that I was like, I'm excited to go watch this movie
For
in
a
theaters.
follow-up.
You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you saw this one in theaters? This
Yeah,
time.
I saw Spider-Man 2 in theaters.
Same.
for a
I
fact.
did.
Yeah,
I did as well.
yeah. Not Spider-Man 1, though. But I was excited.
You know what's crazy? Around this time, they had come out with a toy that was like a little like web slinger thing. And it's like a little.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I remember that thing.
Do you guys
dude,
remember that?
yes.
So I had both, and I was like,
It was the
They were-
canisters?
Dude, the canisters were expensive,
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
you
they
gotta buy
were.
the
Oh,
canisters,
that
but
sucked, bro. But I had the mask and everything. I was like,
The
oh,
toys are
chubby
cool.
ass little kid.
you were Pedro Parker. The toys
They
are
don't
cool.
make toys like that anymore.
They don't, dude, and it's.
I feel like the toy game Loki
shows.
has went down.
See,
If we look up that,
it's crazy to us, yeah, but I feel like kids they probably have.
I mean,
other
it's just
crazier
what
shit.
they like, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like Legos. There's some crazy ass Legos out there.
There's a lot of.
But I feel like we
Legos,
had a lot more
of-
variety back when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Fortnite and Legos.
There was a lot
and
more
Nerf guns.
movie additions,
Yeah.
things to them.
The Lego set was
Don't
for this
sell
game
that.
was for this movie was cool, and the game.
The game was
Oh, yeah,
fucking.
the
game
This
was
is
sick.
probably
That's an
arguably
upgrade.
one of the best video game.
Adaptions.
What is this,
adaptations.
PS2?
PS2, yeah.
PS2, yeah.
This is great.
PS2.
I think this
Like
one you
that.
could play as freaking. Oh no, that was the third one. Never mind. Continue.
All right, well, let's dive into this. So before we get too off track, start
All right.
talking about favorite candies and shit.
Ashwa.
We started off with the classic Marvel logo reveal, and I like this old logo better than the new ones. Do you like the new ones?
I like the new ones, but it's
Really?
because it entails what's happening in that universe.
True, but
you
I
know what
think
mean?
it's just the classic.
talking about
the comic
where it's,
flip
like, going
rather
down?
than
Yeah.
the showing the Avengers and stuff. It's like dun 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 dun,
Yeah.
all crazy.
Yeah.
I
It feels
prefer
more
the old school.
legit, like this one. It feels more cinematic.
Exactly.
almost,
Yeah. It's
you know?
I think it's better. I don't know. Ernie disagrees.
I like them both. I
know.
just I
aight.
like it for what
It's
it is.
aight.
You know what I mean?
But this intro's sweet because it's like showing the pictures of his journey. And it shows them all cartoon, like comic book style. Seeing
Illustrated,
Ben
it's illustrated, yeah.
dead, it's sweet close up a goblin, something like super quick. He's it looks all crazy. And then again, we start with Tobey Maguire, once again played by Spider-Man. No, I'm
You
kidding.
really
He's like,
Do you really want to know my name?
flip that around. No, he's
But
all.
the close-up
Oh, he kind of does
American.
the same thing.
Kinda, yeah.
He's all. She looks at me every day, Miss Mary Jane Watson. Oh boy, because it shows the billboard of her.
Yeah,
it's just her.
Oh
yeah.
boy, if she only knew how I felt about her, but she can never know. I made a choice once to live a life of responsibility, a life she can never be a part of. Who am I? Spider-Man, given a job to do, and I'm Peter Parker, and I do have a job. and then you get Mr. Aziz.
Oh,
yeah,
our
oh,
favorite.
yeah.
Stop!
Oh,
Right?
stop.
Yeah.
Almost crashes
He's
into
about to
him.
run his
Yeah.
ass over.
Wait,
Because
can I
he's
say
so-
something though?
Of course, go ahead.
So this whole scene, this whole Mr. Aziz and Peter Parker scene, just a classic scene. Enough so that me and Ernie made a TikTok
We did.
recreating this whole scene.
And let me say
Just
something.
wanna
One of
say
the
that.
most famous
Because literally-
TikToks
Yeah.
on TikTok.
Since
Yep.
we rewatched this movie to kind of discuss it, I went back and saw TikTok. We did not do it justice.
No, we
We
didn't.
did not.
No, we didn't.
I would love to go back and redo it because the voice.
Can
that
I be
do,
Mary Jane on the poster?
Of course.
Yes. I'm gonna say something though.
Yeah.
You didn't hit the lines correct.
No.
After I
no.
watched this,
Which
I
I
was,
figured with Ernie. He
no,
doesn't
yeah,
get them right.
Yeah.
because
no, I don't
you
get
had
it
the accent was there, but the delivery
The
was
Was
a
the
little off.
accent there?
there.
I thought it's funny because I was like when I did the accent because it's not
Yours
like
are the
a
turkeys.
super accent. It was it wasn't like the greatest accent of that guy.
Yeah,
But like seeing it, I was like, dude, we miss so much that makes that scene
like
great.
subtleties,
He says a
right?
lot.
There's
dude.
little subtleties,
Yeah.
and we didn't.
He
get
says a
that.
lot.
Yeah.
But we, I mean,
The accent was a little
like everything we could
exaggerated.
fix that. Am I
Exactly.
right?
You can't fix
Alright.
it. Just delete
Alright.
and repost. But notice
Okay.
like she's like an abnormally sized billboard of Mary Jane. Like she got that famous that fast.
In
like,
2 years.
She's got like
Yeah.
this big old billboard hang, and then later you see a bunch of posters of her.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, because
it's like
that
everywhere.
play is
She's
like a big thing
It's like
now,
a big
right?
thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mr. Aziz, you're late, man. Always late. He's all, sorry, Mr. Aziz.
This
There-
guy didn't do it justice. I
He's
don't
a-
like the way he did it, dude. I don't
You
know.
know the way I
Go
did it?
for
You
it,
guys
Frank.
just have different Mr. Azizes.
Ah,
You
yeah,
know
we
what I'm
do.
saying?
What is yours?
You're
You're
late. Always late.
Yeah, you went high pitch.
You're racist.
See, I do a little.
But yeah, you know, Peter's like, there's a disturbance, and he tucks in his little
Oh, what's
Spider-Man
the
costume.
disturbing with you?
Yeah.
Oh, is it? He sounds like George.
Misa.
He's a disturbance. I'm just gonna say it regular because I don't want to.
No, no,
I,
just say
can't-
it.
I don't want to fucking, you know.
You're butchering it. No,
I
just
know.
kidding.
He's a disturbance. Always a disturbance with you. Come on. 21 minutes ago, in comes order. Hamilton, Burton, and Smith. 8 extra large deep dish pizzas in 8 minutes. I'm defaulting on Joe's 29-minute guarantee. And already I am receiving no money for these pizzas, but I will lose this customer forever. Look, you are my only hope. To me, and he's fucking ready.
Yep.
He's like, you have to make
Peter.
it in time. Peter.
You're
go.
a nice guy. You're just not dependable. This is your last chance. And then does he
And
say
he
something else
says,
after
he
that?
says,
Oh, okay.
you have to go 41
Oh, yeah.
blocks in
And then
seven
we
and a
get to-
half
yeah.
minutes, or your ass is fired. And then Peter just looks at him blankly.
Yep. And then here we go. Go.
What was that? You set me up for like you
said
literally
go.
said the line. He goes go.
Yeah, but he doesn't say
there-
go.
No, he doesn't say go. But that's what I thought you
No,
were
but I'm
trying
saying
to.
go. I said you go.
He's like, go.
Like, go say it.
Go.
Yeah, but he goes, yeah,
Like,
go.
it's
Go.
fucking-
Yeah,
It's-
something
dude,
like that.
okay, I
something
want to
like
say
that.
something before we go into it, but like, how much does it suck to have that job that he does? Because literally, he has to take in the fucking
Nah,
worst
that does
fucking
suck.
city,
That shit-
like with a lot of traffic, he has to take pizzas in 30 minutes. Like,
Well, this
no.
29
this-
minutes.
That's
Oh,
what I say.
that's right, yeah.
This is what I brought up in the next thing. I have some issues with this guy.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Come on. First of all, there's no way in hell they made 8 extra large pizzas in 21 minutes prior to when he gets that order. Remember, he's like, I got the order 21 minutes ago, 8 extra larges. No way in hell.
No.
'Cause, If we've
We've
made
all-
pizzas,
we've
we
all
know
worked.
that doesn't
Yeah.
take 20
That
to make
does
8 of
not,
them.
yeah.
Unless he made the order before, but he says it came in
It just
20
came
You
in
minutes.
gotta come in
20 minutes
early
ago.
for 8
So
large pizzas.
so you know, obviously, second of all, he has all these cooks to make 8 pizzas in this time frame, but one fucking delivery driver at the time.
Well,
right?
you know what happened to the delivery driver, right?
What?
He got deported. He goes like, why don't you send? I forgot his name, but he goes, oh, he was deported.
Are you sure that's not in the 2.1 version that you saw?
Oh, maybe.
you should
No, it
you should
was.
mention that.
Oh,
Talk
I should have
about that.
mentioned that. That's funny. Yeah, because I saw Spider-Man 2, and then I saw Spider-Man 2.1, which is like extra added scenes.
That's
And
kind
then-
of fucked up. That's
yeah.
the scene they added.
He
He got deported.
He got deported. Maybe he didn't. He's like, you know what? People need to know
They didn't
why
know
he's
what
the
happened
only
to
one.
fucking Aziz.
And then,
Yeah.
so like he says, like, oh yeah, he got deported, so we couldn't send him. And I was like, what? I was like, when I heard that, I was like, what the fuck? I don't
Yeah.
remember this.
It
Like,
should have stayed a deleted scene.
yeah,
I'm glad it did.
Yeah, I got it, dude.
Not needed
I'll tell you
information.
what, because at some point we're gonna get to certain parts of the movie,
Yeah.
and these scenes don't make a difference. They don't matter.
Exactly,
Like I don't
exactly.
I don't care for them. But
Yeah.
continue.
But yeah, so that's that's part of the problem. Like he's not gonna make his guarantee anytime. I don't think. Like it just, especially like you say, New York. And that's my third issue is like
Yep.
he's wailing on Peter in front of this full house of people, and he doesn't seem to have the slightest care of his employee by urging him to go 41 blocks in 7.5 minutes. Like I don't care how the fuck you get there, you're gonna
Yeah.
get there. And fourth, why the extra emphasis on go? What is that?
He was just staring at him.
Because he's just staring at
I'm
him.
I
on
know,
Mr. Aziz's
Yeah.
side on this one.
Yeah,
That's it,
I
no,
do
I
too.
guess,
Like,
I guess, but
like
still,
okay,
but the
come
way-
on.
Yeah.
There's no urgency
But
in
he's
his
one of
face.
those over the top.
I don't agree
They
with
take
his
a lot of
methods, though.
these foreign actors and make it over the top. We're gonna get
That's
to another
true.
one
Oh,
later.
That's
that's
true.
like a thing around this era, right?
I
Of
think
movies,
so, yeah,
right?
it's weird.
I think
Yeah.
I forget what movie we were watching recently. We had done
Like-
a Quotables cast, and we're like, damn, this character is over the top, and they make it. Oh, it was Christmas Story, the Asian thing.
Oh,
Remember?
yes.
Like they're so over the top
Yeah.
Asian. It's like
And super
it does-
racist.
Any
yeah.
super racist.
foreigner is like thick accent.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
like
this
crazy.
movie was like a really old movie, but I'm just saying that's like a thing. They
Gotcha.
don't do that as much anymore.
No, for sure they'll get freaking
Yeah,
canceled.
canceled.
So Peter's seen jamming on his moped. Obviously, traffic isn't going his way. Almost gets hissed off his bike. And then some random guy's like, "What are you, stupid?" And then you see, and then you see Peter.
It's New York.
He's seen running into the alley and swings away. And then you get that one dude. Who's, "Whoa! You stole that dude's pizza." That's like the guy from Chappelle's show. Dude.
Yeah.
He
He's
is,
like,
huh?
"I'm
That,
rich,
he
bitch."
seems
He's
so
like, "I'm rich,
familiar.
yeah."
Yeah,
Ashy Larry, bro.
Yeah.
random little cameos.
But do you remember in the games? Side note.
He comes out?
No.
I thought he stole that guy's
I think
pizza.
a mission you're delivering the pizzas, right? Remember? You're swinging
Yeah.
time
You
on
swing.
a time?
You have to take him. Yeah.
That's fucking
Dude,
stupid.
that shit's fun. That was.
It was a fun mission. I
That's
wanted
a
to
nice
eat the little
detail
pizzas.
though. I like
So then,
that.
Spider-Man then sees these dumb little kids trying to get their ball in the street, but saves them. He's like, "No playing in the streets." They're like, "Yes, Mr. Spider-Man." And you notice right there, like Toby's a lot more beefed up than he was like in the first
He's a
one.
lot caked up too,
he's-
dude. Honestly.
he's caked. He's caked,
The little kick.
and he's dick.
Yeah, when he takes off, it's like,
Yeah.
cheeks.
So the
Big
random,
fake.
when he's gonna go save those kids, the pizza lands somewhere, and then it lands on that dude's like porch, like up on
Oh,
top
yeah.
or
Love this
balcony.
scene.
Dude,
love
I
this
know.
scene.
And
He
he's-
like tries to
something
get out.
about
He's
it.
trying to grab that slice, and he's about to take a nice fat bite of it.
Yeah, and then he
No, but
and
why
Spider-Man
would-
takes it?
Would you do that if a random pizza fell on your
No, of
patio?
cour-
Would you try to take a
Of
slice?
course not.
All right, it's just for the
But it's just
comedic
weird
relief.
that he saw it there. Like, and,
Well, also
he,
at
and
the
in
same
his,
time, the guy
his,
looked homeless.
Yeah.
he looks like he hasn't eaten in a few
Yeah.
days. I mean, he looks like he eats.
No, and then he
but-
steals the pizza slice back from him.
Yeah, with the
that's
wet-
how
And then
when
throws
he
it
spider
back
webs
into the box. huh?
It's no stupid. And then so we cut to Peter arriving in a utility closet for the customer while everything is falling. I feel like they went for a real like more comedic like in this movie. Like they went full
Yeah.
on with the comedy. Like it's just like the physical comedy. Everything's falling. It's just like
Yeah.
kind of dumb. Like it's just stupid.
They leaned. Would we be able to say this is where like the origin of like Marvel humor kind of came? Like, do you think
Yeah, I
like
would-
the
I mean, possibly because like
it wasn't
what they were
Disney
like
owned
it was
yet.
successful for this movie for it to be funny at times.
yeah, of course.
So
I-
you think maybe like they took that idea and then made it a little funny?
yeah, of course. I mean, they probably ran with it because
But also the new ones are Disney.
yeah, so they change a lot of it. But well, let me say one thing because like since I told you guys I was watching the 2.1, I'm not entirely sure if this is in the second one because I don't recall like very well, or I mean just the original one. But like when he's doing the utility closet, he's taking a long time to get out.
Yeah.
And then later on, when he's trying to, when like the lady goes, "Oh, you're gonna go into it," but she goes, "I'm not paying for that" or whatever, bitch.
Straight up.
Yeah, but like he takes a really long time, and he has to take the elevator. You know what I mean? And that's like the
yeah.
weird little scene that they added. But I was like, this doesn't add anything to it.
Just funny.
It just makes me like hate that bitch more.
Nobody
she's
liked
looking
that
at him,
woman.
just chewing her gum.
Yep.
And he rocks up and he goes, "Pizza time."
Peter's
late.
You seen those memes? Yeah, like
I'll-
you go, pizza time.
Peter's late, and she refuses to pay, of course, like he says, and he leaves defeated. So we cut back to Mr. Aziz. Joe's 20-mine guarantee is a promise, man. To many, a promise doesn't mean nothing, but to me, it's serious. You're fired. Go home. And I love how he rips off.
rips the
stick
stick.
He
around.
goes
like,
back. He's all, "No,
exactly.
Mr. Aziz,
I
I'll
need
give-
this job.
I need another chance." And then he goes up to him and he looks at
Yeah.
he looks like he's
Sweet
looking him
scene
straight
right
in the
there.
eye,
And then he takes
and
that
he just
shit.
pulls
But
that shit.
and here's another
He's like,
added
"Your
thing.
ass is fired."
Here's another added thing that I don't like with this guy. He didn't even provide the guy with a helmet, bro. He literally had to bring his own helmet, puts his shitty sticker on it, and then ruins his helmet by
That's just
ripping the
good
sticker
business
off.
right there.
I don't know, dude. I don't know about this guy, dude.
You
Mr.
know-
Aziz,
Mr.
You know,
You're a dick.
I want to say something because when I was watching this movie, I was thinking about it. I was like, why does Peter Parker have this shitty job, and why does he let himself get mistreated? It's because he needs money. You know what I mean? So like any job, obviously,
Like
obviously,
anyone.
I know, but like obviously, like that's the main reason he's kind of staying in that shitty job
Oh
because
yeah,
like
of course.
you know it's all provided
Kinda
for
like
him.
you
Like,
guys.
yeah, exactly.
Just
I-
kidding.
well,
Sorry.
yeah.
Sorry.
And he's Spider-Man. He's so busy being Spider-Man, he can't.
He
further
don't
his
get paid
career.
for that.
You
No,
feel me?
well, he does
Yeah.
get with the photography, right?
Oh,
the
but
photography,
hey, JJ
but-
Jameson.
Ah,
You're
JJ.
gonna give
Now-
him $50.
Speaking of Jameson, we cut to
Dude.
him, and he's like, "Why?" He's like, "Where are you? Dogs scratching frisbees, bitches in the park, a couple of geezers playing chess." You know, he's like, he doesn't like his shit. Assistant comes in. He's like, "We're 6 minutes from deadline, Jonah. We need page 1." He's like, "I don't pay you to be a sensitive artist. I pay you because that psycho Spider-Man will pose for you."
A sensitive artiste. He
Oh,
says.
that's right. That's sensitive artiste. And he's like, "Spider-Man won't let me take any more pictures. You turned the whole city against him."
And for that, I'm proud.
In fact, I'm very proud of. Now get your pretty little portfolio off my desk before I go into diabetic coma.
Because they're sweet.
Dude, and then Miss Brandt comes in. She's like, "Jameson, your wife's on line 1. She says I lost the checkbook." He's all, "Thanks for the good news." And she's like, "Please post a picture. I need money." He's like, "Miss Brandt, give me a violin." Dude, this guy is a petty ass dude. And I mentioned it later, but they added a lot more Jameson in the movie. I feel like someone was like,
Nah, dude.
you need Jameson because like
Yeah, straight up.
his shit is
I think
great.
I think definitely.
No,
He
watching
made the
this
movie a lot
through
better.
again, it's like you appreciate the Daily Bugle scenes so much. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's just so funny. Just that like comedic relief you
Anytime
get
with
from them.
him, yeah,
it's
exactly.
just so funny. His dialogue crazy.
And then Peter gives him a spider picture anyway in desperation. He's all stinks. And then he's all menace, terrorizes town. He's all give you 50, 150. He's all
I told
he's
you,
all,
Jonah.
I know that
What's his
fucking
name?
dude,
I forgot his name.
His
He's
friend.
all, I'll give you 150. He's all and then Parker's all 300. He's all that's outrageous. Done. He's not a good
Gets it to him.
negotiator.
And then there's a little secretary scene in that
Another
one too.
sexual
There's a
tension
little
moment,
sexual
dude.
tension right
the
there.
sex
And then
secretary.
and
we
then
call it.
Ah,
You know what I'm saying?
okay,
And
okay.
then remember, she's like, this is not gonna cover the advance I gave you a few weeks.
She's like, okay, chin up or
Chin
whatever.
up,
you know?
okay? And he's
Yeah,
like,
and that's like now it's just become completely obvious.
Doesn't it
that
like?
something has to happen between them,
Yeah,
or
of
it just
course.
wouldn't make sense.
it just doesn't make
I
sense.
never- I
bro.
never-
But
Explore.
Loki, what happens to them is like, what's the most that happens? Spider-Man 3, we'll get into that later.
Exactly, yeah.
But that
Yeah,
they're like flirt a little bit, but that's it.
Mm.
yeah,
right?
it's not, it's
Or he
when
flirts,
gets
like, all
emo-
weird.
when he
I
gets
feel like the
emo
director
Spider.
had some kind of plans for her, but decided just to not do anything.
The movie was already too
'Cause it-
long as it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like nothing happens with her, really.
Exactly. So we cut to Peter. He's at school running, and he hits someone. They're, watch it, jerk. Everyone's still mean to Peter. He runs into Dr. Connors, who tells him class is already over. Dr. Connors, a.k.a. the Lizard. They never explored that. He's always late. He's like, I want to be here. He's all, then be here. Look at
Whiny.
you, Peter. Your grades have been steadily declining. Late for class. You always appear exhausted. Your paper on fusion is still overdue. Planning is not a major at this university.
I like when he
He's
tells
got
him, he
some
goes,
words.
he's like, where are you going, Peter? He's like, I'm going to your class. My class ended a while ago.
know, some
Do you
shit.
see me standing here?
Yeah, yeah.
I know,
You know,
it's
I
like,
like
what
that.
the
I don't
fuck
know
is-
why. I'm like,
I know, obviously.
Is there
he's like, why are you
any-
going that way?
Is there any professor that's that like invested in their student though?
Like that petty.
It
I
seems
mean,
like-
I
no,
feel
it
like there
seems like
probably
they're
is,
so
but I've never
close.
had anyone like
That's
that.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
I mean, maybe,
'Cause
but
he-
like he has a big class. Like it's not just
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Peter.
like a
So-
big ass
Not just
lecture hall.
Peter.
So the reason, well, like you get into it later on, but the reason he's invested into him is because Peter Parker is very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
right.
like he obviously talks about him a lot. That's why when he talks to Alfredo Molina's character, Dr.
Yeah,
Octopus,
because they know. You know.
Doc
they
Ock,
know and
he
shit.
knows. He goes like, "Oh, you're Peter Parker. He talked about you,
Brilliant, but lazy.
brilliant but lazy. You see,
Brilliant
so that's why he
lazy.
invests into him because he's smart." But continue.
So we cut to Peter arriving at the same house, not the same home, which is Matt Mays, which is not under construction. Remember, we thought it was gonna be right.
From
Two years
Eva!
after.
Remember, I was thinking.
They
Does he
use
blow
that
it up?
insurance
He
money.
walks in, he's all surprise, and then he's like, "Well, say something." You know, Peter. She had like no time. She gave Peter no time to talk.
No,
She
no,
just
no.
said, "Surprise! We'll say something real quick." So it's his birthday. He doesn't even remember.
I thought he was
he's
gonna
so busy.
say something, but he didn't.
He's super busy. And then Harry brings me roses. Oh, because MJ starts talking about like the play, right? He's like,
Oh, yep.
and then he's like, Harry brings me roses, and Peter gets a little hurt. He's like, where you been, Pete? Taking pictures of Spider-Man? How's the bug these days? Fucking Harry and the music's all
So salty.
I fucking hate. James Franco, bro. I don't know. It's
He
like,
looks
he's a
way
little-
different in
He's
this
a little
one, too.
better in this one, but he's
Yeah.
still bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. So it's revealed that Harry is working with Oscorp. All of a sudden, he's smart enough to take over this company. When he last movie, he was
wondering
kind of
the
labeled
same
like he
thing.
was dumb, right? Like,
He just graduated, or they just went to college.
yeah,
in the
like
last
and
movie.
then all of a sudden, yeah,
Did
exactly.
he, do you
Yeah,
guys
but
like?
only been 2
does he
years.
tell you that he finished college at all? Because he just kind of took
He
over.
never
the
really
business.
said
he
anything.
didn't.
No, he
No,
just,
because it's only been 2 years since that last movie. Like in the
Yeah,
movie's timeline.
Yeah,
So that means he probably must have.
finished that fast.
No,
He's-
not finished. Probably just left and then took over.
Okay,
the
makes
for
sense,
sure.
'cause, yeah,
Like,
'cause
they
he
needed
didn't-
someone because all
'cause
the
he
board
didn't-
members are dead.
Yeah,
Yep,
because
yep.
you think about it,
Oh,
like
God.
he didn't like he used to use Peter Parker as like his study buddy to finish school. So it's
That's
not like,
true. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, Nobel
But
Prize. You know,
If
freaking-
your
pitch
dad
is
is
like-
the, you know what I'm saying? But his dad just got kicked out. So how does that work?
no, because no one knows besides those board holders that are dead or from the board, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
don't you think some of the lower down people would have known that they were going to make that decision?
Well,
before-
yeah, but I guess those fuckers are dead. So like, who are they gonna rely on now?
I guess. I don't
But
know.
I mean, they can't rely on Harry. He doesn't know shit either. Like, he's
Yeah.
never really worked. Anyway, it's just.
I
a
don't
whole,
know
It's
how
a whole
they-
plot.
Yeah,
It's
that-
a whole plot hole.
This
Yeah,
in
yeah,
real
like-
life would not fly. Is,
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
is what we're saying. But
Okay.
continue.
Yeah.
Because he's only what they're only supposed to be like, fucking 20 years old.
He's like, well, yeah, he's like, well, they look like they're in their fucking
23.
30s.
He was
No,
like-
because in high school in the last movie they were in high school.
Yeah, they
Oh,
were.
it's been
Like,
2
they
years.
were
So
So
there
like,
had
yeah,
to be
20,
like 17,
21.
18.
Can't
they're
even
supposed to
drink
be-
yet.
But
They-
then,
they'd have to be like
excel-
19,
Anyway, the
20.
time in this movie is just all over the place. Maybe they're already
Yeah.
30 years old. But that would it make sense because later in the movie those people are like, he's just a kid.
Yeah.
So it's revealed that Harry's working. Okay, I already said that.
He's just
And
a
then-
teenager that looks 30.
And so Harry reveals Otto Octavius is working for Oscorp, and Peter, gets all little boner. He's like, "Oh, you introduced me?" He's all, "Octavius will put Oscorp on the map in a way my father never would have dreamed of." So like,
Who talks to
he
their
still
friend like
resents
that?
him a little bit, right? I mean, I don't know. Somehow,
You know?
like that's what it seems like. It's implied that he still resents him. But
Maybe
like,
there's some sort of sexual tension.
all of a sudden,
Something
all of
better.
a sudden, he has big
Just like
plans for this
Ms.
company,
Bram.
and like we said,
kidding.
he doesn't know shit.
What,
You're
Ms. Bram?
fucking.
the sex
Keep
secretary.
looking at
No,
you.
just kidding.
Oh,
He's
the
like,
sex
"That's my Harry
secretary.
Peter." Harry tells Pete to go for MJ because the way she looks at him. He's like, "I don't have
The way
time."
she doesn't look at you.
He's like, "I don't have time for girls right now. I've been kind of busy." That's my excuse all the time. And then Harry's like, "Taking pictures of your friend." Can we get off that subject? I want us to be friends. I want us to trust each other.
You
He's
gotta
like,
agree with
"Be
Peter
honest
at
with me."
this point.
And he's like, "Be honest with me. If you knew who he was, would you tell me?" And that little angry stare. He's like, so that party's over.
That's a good trumpet.
I know. So we cut to Peter looking at the missed mortgage payments, and May's dead on the fucking table. Like she's like passed the fuck out, but no one falls asleep like
No,
that. Dude.
I mean old people probably.
Yeah,
I mean,
old,
I don't
yeah,
know.
she's old.
I don't
Nah,
know.
she
that.
falls
Yeah.
asleep and then she.
On a couch,
Dude,
yeah,
the-
but on a
that's what-
table like that.
Yeah.
I was talking to Sang about this, and
Okay.
he said save for the podcast. This scene is, dude, inherently so sad,
It
and it makes
is.
me feel like
is.
really awkward watching it. Because
Wow.
like you
Yeah.
can be put in that position, like people like you've seen that, like not having
Oh
money
yeah,
and all
yeah,
that.
of course.
And like you'll get into that scene, but like they're talking and he starts to rub her hand and he's all, "Oh Ben, oh no,"
Oh, yeah.
like it's so
Yeah.
weird. It's so weird how she switches out from
He's like,
it.
for a second, I thought it was years ago.
Yeah, and then like she goes like, "Oh, you're missing your mortgage or whatever payment." "Oh, everybody misses their mortgage." It's all, "That's just how it is," or whatever.
Yeah, and then she's like, he's like, "You're so
You're
alone." He
handmade,
tells he's
dude.
like, "You're so
Thank you.
alone. I saw a letter
No,
from
it's
the bank."
bad.
Oh,
That was pretty bad.
damn.
It's English, dude. She
But
sounds
she's
an
like,
English
"So I'm a
person.
little behind everybody else," and then she slips on that fucking that 20. She's like, "Hey kiddo, happy birthday! You needed more than me."
No,
And she
no.
slips on that 20. He's like, "No, I can't take it." Like, "Yes, you can. For God's sakes, it's not much to take it."
That shit's
Sad,
dude.
yeah,
That shit's
sad
sad,
scene.
bro.
But I
sure,
think this is
I
what
fucking
people
remember.
relate to Spider-Man so much because like he's struggling, dude. He's in that little struggle,
Broke.
with
Yeah, he's
family,
Broke,
and like
yeah.
like as opposed to Iron Man. Iron Man's super rich, superheroes got it all, but like you got
Yeah,
these
yeah.
more grounded superheroes. But it's crazy that he's living on his own. Like I don't really understand why. Like he should just stay with May. Like
Because he
he's
wants to
help
live closer
pay
to
the-
the
I
help
city.
know he
pay
wants
the
to
yeah.
live closer to the city, but dude, he can zip around, bro. He can get there. Real
I don't know.
fast.
His room is pretty shitty though,
Oh,
so he
it's
could
bad.
probably afford it. But here's the thing.
An
He said
apartment and a pizza boy salary in New York City.
that's what I'm thinking though. Yeah, because he had the 20, and then we're gonna get to when
Yeah,
the landlord, and he only has the 20 for the week. It's like, how the hell is this motherfucker living there?
exactly.
You know what I mean?
What is he eating?
What's he?
Yeah, what
Not
the fuck
good.
is he eating?
So we cut to Peter taking out the trash, and MJ calls for him. He's like, "I saw your billboard." She's like, "Isn't it funny? I'm really kind of embarrassed." So don't be. It's nice. I get to see you every day now. And he still got that game.
Nice little fucking scene between them. Every time that they talk though,
always some
I
kinda
like
awkward-
it. It's
Do ya?
it's like cheesy and kind of corny, but
yeah.
whenever they have like a little conversation about their little loves, I'm like, I like it.
What did you
He
call
loves-
that? Their conversations.
They're
You-
flirting. They're just
No,
flirting.
you
It's
said it
almost
was,
not even
awkwardly flirting.
bro.
you had
awkwardly.
you said that they have a kind of conversation, and then you called it something. It's like a dialogue between them that you said in the last episode. I forget what it was called, but yeah,
I said, yeah, I know what you're saying. It was like a boxing match.
yeah, boxing.
It was
match,
like
yeah.
I don't know, but because they're always it's always like they want to know something about each other, or like something's a mystery. Well, obviously because Peter is like a little mysterious, But she's always trying to get something out of him. And,
Well,
you know what I
especially
mean?
in this movie, she's really well. on it.
Yeah,
she's
she's
like,
on that.
"I like seeing you tonight, Peter." He's like, "Oh boy, yeah." She's
Oh
like,
boy, yeah.
she's-
what?
and he's like, "Nothing," and super awkward. And he's like, and then he's like, "I was wondering if you were still in the village," and then she like touches his face, and he like does this fucking weird like he's like I don't know
He
what
does have weird reactions.
He
Toby.
comes in his pants or
Toby
something
Maguire.
like a little
What would
spider
you
web.
do? Yeah,
A
like,
little, and that's when MJ looks down, there's a little spider web on her dress.
I thought you
I'm
said
just
a
kidding.
little mayonnaise.
A little what?
I thought you said a little mayonnaise. I thought you were gonna say.
And then she just shatters his heart and says she's seen someone. And he's like, "I'll promise I'll come see you at your place." She's like, "Don't disappoint me." And this scene just had no business being this long. It was just like super, just long.
Well, she said that he was like, "Oh, that must be nice seeing someone like companionship," and she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Could be something more than that." And he's devastated. You
It's
know
like
what I'm
she's telling
saying?
him to like
hurry
get
the
a-
fuck
get a-
up.
get-
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
she's trying to get a rise out of him. Yeah.
Strap
Yeah, yeah.
it on. I don't
Yep.
know how I said that.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't know either.
So we
That
cut
shit
to
threw
Peter
us
at
off.
his apartment, and we meet Mr. I was gonna say Mr. Aziz. What's his name? What's
I don't know
what's
if
the
we
guy's
even
name?
ever know his name.
I think he has a name,
Oh,
bro.
does it? I mean,
Oh yeah, Mr. Dickovich.
Oh,
It's
right,
Mr.
right.
Dickovich. He's like,
No.
rent. He's like, and then like the Peter's like, hi. He's like, hi. What's hi? Can I spend it? And you got that sweet little Matterhorn music in the background. Like,
Yeah.
he's all,
He's like with his friends.
it promises we're crackers. My daughter will be fat. It's sweet. And that's, when he swoops his 20, like you said.
Yup.
And he goes,
Takes
All
it,
I have
no,
is 20s for the week or whatever.
he's like,
Yeah.
don't try to sneak by. I have ears like a cat and eyes like a rodent. That's how I have that little picture, and I showed you guys on my phone. I'll post it later.
Definitely.
Fucking great character.
Yes.
Great
Pretty
character
Like I
introduction.
said, another foreign character, bro.
Yep.
So Peter looks in what looks like
Oh.
a basement, and he has a shared restroom, bro.
Mm.
And then as soon as he like shuts the door, like rent, so you hear like super quick, like
No,
he's
and how about the daughter
yeah,
of
Ursula.
the landlord?
Ursula,
her
bro.
name's Ursula.
Her name's Ursula.
No, she goes, "Hi, Pete."
Yeah,
and then
she
she throws the little spatula down. It's like goes on
She
fire.
likes
Yeah.
him. She likes him.
Yeah. Sprung on him. and shit.
So yeah, but like
Too sprung.
it's fucking funny, and that's when like the dude like I think it's when that's part, but like he's trying to use the restroom, and then he just goes in before him.
Yeah,
Like,
swoops on him.
Super dick move. He's all, and then that's when he opens up rent, and then shuts the door like.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're broke in New York, dude. You gotta
That's
live with something
fucked
like that.
That's what I'm saying. You should just live with me, bro. Intro to Otto. We're meeting Harry and Peter.
All right. Yep.
We got sweet Alfred Molina. He's like, Connor student tells me you're brilliant. Also tells me you're lazy.
Yep.
And he's like, intelligence is not a privilege. It's a gift. He's got some sweet little.
And
He's
you
got some
have-
sweet.
yeah,
Like
and then
he's
he goes
like
you
he's
have
the-
to help it for the
He's,
the
he's
Yeah.
the father.
mankind
He's
or
the
something.
fatherly figure that Peter like wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm.
And I was gonna say that, like, you could really see how he was like just in the next like 10 minutes of the movie.
Oh,
Like
they
you
connect
could
pretty
tell, they connect, and you could tell that Dr. Octavius
Mhm.
is like a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like a good person, like with a good
He's got
heart.
good
You know what I
intentions,
mean?
yeah.
And it's really the arms that make him so fucked up. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yeah.
But he's like a genuinely good guy.
So that's when they
Yeah.
start talking, and stuff that the audience don't know about fusion and fusion and all that shit.
Nerding out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not gonna blow up the city. Like, oh, yeah,
Rosie,
yeah.
our new friend thinks I'm gonna blow up the city.
Oh, Rosie, yeah, hear that,
Yeah.
Rosie? They're a cute couple.
Cute
though.
couple. Yeah, I was gonna
that's
say
it.
that too. Yeah.
And he's like, she's like, you're
Good
gonna need to
chemistry.
sleep. He's all, did Edison sleep before they turned on the light?
Oh my god.
Did
this
Marconi
fucking
sleep before he
scene.
turned on the radio? Did Beethoven sleep before he wrote the Fifth? And the answer, probably, yeah, they probably slept.
No, something. Yeah.
Now then he says, did something before he wrote the quickest descent or something
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
some shit
I
like that.
love
That's
this
right.
guy.
I think
yeah.
I love this kid.
Yeah.
I love this kid.
this
Douchebags right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, they are.
Sound like a
But they're-
bunch
'cause
of
they're smart as
douches.
hell. Dude,
but they, like you said, they established this connection.
Yeah,
like, in
and they're
that
geeking
short
out a
time,
little
bit.
which is explored, I think, more in
Dude,
comics and like
I want
the
to say
game.
something. Yeah, these characters are like they're all they're all great. Like they have a little background story and everything.
Yeah.
They're all flawed. They all have their problems, what they're going through and shit.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like you definitely see that like they're fleshed out, or they're fleshed out a lot more in this movie in
Mhm.
particular, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I like how because like now you feel more for Peter Parker, for MJ, for Harry. Like that. It just becomes different.
Yeah,
Because you know they're like stakes.
Yeah,
in
you
what's
know,
going
yeah,
on.
it's so different.
Gotcha.
In the first one,
Steaks
right?
are good. We
Steaks
got,
are good.
We got,
Steaks are good.
we got Otto, and he goes, "If you want to get a woman to fall in love with you, you feed her poetry." He's like, "Poetry?" Like, and then we
Yeah.
cut to him fucking
Lame ass Peter in the laundromat, just
looking at
fucking
those,
reading
looking at
Peter.
those, and I like how he just randomly, just like openly washing his Spider-Man outfit in the laundromat.
That's what I thought,
Like,
too. Yeah.
oh, someone's gonna see, huh? So then Peter then gets ready for MJ's show and almost is chased by the landlord who was taking her shit. He's all, "Rent! Where's my money?"
little
He comes out with his
montage,
pants.
dude.
He comes out with his fucking pants off.
Yeah.
So we get the scene with MJ all excited about someone coming, at her little play, and like her little friends are like, excited. He's like, "You never know who's gonna show up." We cut to Peter on his little fagio, and then police chase happening. And I call it a fagio because
Say it right now.
Grand Theft Auto.
Is that what
Grand
it's
Theft Auto
called?
Vice
Yeah.
City. You ever played it?
No.
You
So
never
in-
played Vice
In
City.
Grand
No,
Theft
I
Auto, he has a
haven't.
little scooter like that.
Remember the fagio?
they call it the fagio,
Oh, and
yeah.
it's like the
It's a
little
little
European
moped,
style.
And it goes, "Ee,"
Yep,
but it
yep.
hauls ass, bro.
Yeah. You can do some
Yeah, you
sweet ass
see Peter
stunts with
doing
that
some
shit.
shit like
you
that.
do.
Remember that little
Yeah,
hill?
yeah. Over the police station and shit. Anyway, that's another quotables. So let's see, where am I? Okay, so of course he does a sweet ass flip, to avoid this car that's about to hit him.
Yep.
And those kids are, "How'd you do that?" And he's like, workout, plenty of rest. eat your green vegetables. That's what
That's
my
what my
mom's
mom
always
always
saying.
saying.
I never actually believed her. So we get to the police car being launched in the air, but of course it stops and Spider-Man saves the day. And then randomly, it's a web. Go, Spud, go! Just like, again, just super over the top.
Music.
Peter just couldn't let it
Crazy.
go, dude. Like,
Yeah.
And then, so he does his thing, and then we cut to MJ at her show looking at that one empty seat in the crowd. Like, what if Peter was sitting somewhere else? But I guess it's a sold-out show, I'm assuming. Right?
Oh, with the little empty
Remember
seat
she
right
looks,
there?
and she looks at this one
Or
seat.
maybe
and
he-
this
Didn't she
big
give?
she
Didn't she get the
low-key-
ticket for him?
Oh,
Am I
is
wrong?
it assigned seats?
I thought so. Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that
for
makes
sure.
sense.
Because then and then
That's a
like,
shitty seat.
Yeah, and then that's when she goes like, and you think that we should forgive them? And then she's like looking at the seat or
She
whatever.
does this like two
You
or three
think we
times.
should forgive
I
them?
do.
And he goes, yes. I mean,
Dude,
no.
that means
Oh, yeah.
she's a bad actress, bro.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you're
man.
fucking up your lines just because, you know what I mean?
She does it like twice. She does
Yeah.
it worse the next time.
That's what I'm saying.
What do you want to go take a shit or something? I don't know. So then Peter walks into the theater and we get Bruce Campbell again. He's
Ah.
like, oh, shoelace.
Fucking
You
good.
might wanna, and he like,
Hey,
he's like
tie?
trying to do his
Yeah.
tie. He's like, oh, can I help you? He's all, I want to come in. He's like, no one is getting in once the doors are closed.
He's like
It
pointing
helps
towards the
maintain
signs.
the illusion. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
all,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Super.
Yeah.
He's like, so and he's like, but I know
The way he shoos him away
and he's like, shh,
with
he's
his
a
little
super
hands.
dick, bro.
Yeah.
But we likes,
What?
because he's a classic actor.
Dude, Bruce Campbell has some sweet ass like moments in these
does.
movies.
And
I
then
do
the
like
third one,
that
he
he
has a really
uses
good-
them as like a cameo. So he's like
Definitely.
a different character in each movie.
Yeah,
type
he's like what
He's
the
got a little more
Stanley
screen
was.
time every time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
shit.
definitely.
Is he in Spider-Man 3?
Yeah, he does.
He's
He's
the
the waiter.
or the
Oh,
host.
yeah, yeah. When
Oh,
he's, about to
he's a
propose.
host. Oh, I thought he
yeah,
was a
yeah.
waiter. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
he's
a
the
host.
fucking French guy. Oh, yeah.
So we cut to Peter outside, and we get that sweet ass lady playing the Spider-Man song, singing very badly. Another stereotype depicted in the movie.
Yeah, that was a that way.
Right?
Yeah, she has like the whole
Ensemble
Chinese
of a
dress
Chinese
on
Yeah,
and
dress,
shit.
super,
Yeah,
like,
it's funny though.
plays the
Yeah, that's funny.
violin. Just kidding. MJ exits the theater, and Peter sees the dude kiss up on her, and he like kind of cries. He's like, "What a fucking loser." She looks back, and where he was standing, like he knew she was there, or something like that. And then
Yeah, that was a little interesting scene right there. If he just stayed there for what,
She would've
5
seen
more
him.
seconds?
Yeah,
yeah, and
seen it.
Not
'cause
even?
I think some is that when like some sirens pass by.
Yeah,
those
yeah,
sirens
yeah,
pass
yeah,
by.
yeah.
He does
Where
his
do you think he
signature-
goes? Do you think he just ran?
And he just runs real quick.
He finds a fucking
Like,
alleyway
'cause,
like he
yeah,
does in
yeah,
every
yeah, but,
fucking
like-
movie.
But it's weird because like in that instance of 5 seconds of her not looking, like he fucking disappears. Like where did he just bolt?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it would just look
Dude, if
funny.
you're Spider-Man
You
and
think-
there was sirens going past you, would you walk or would you run?
That's true,
Let me
that's
ask you
true.
that, though.
I'd
What'd you
probably-
sing? Just kidding. So we cut to him doing his little signature.
fuck?
We do his signature strip and run, springing into action.
The-
But he loses his web. We cut to him
Man.
going using the elevator instead. Random dude comes in. He's like, "Cool Spidey outfit. Where'd you get it?" He's like, "I made it." So it looks uncomfortable. He's like, "Gets kind of itchy." Rides at the crotch a little bit too. And
All
I
right.
remember the theater being like,
All right, let me say something.
Say it. That's inappropriate.
So
Let's
this is
go.
like I said, there's like those added scenes like the 2.0, 2.1 or whatever one. In this one they
Says
added
dick.
and he says cock. No, in the 2.1 version, that guy's like an advertisement salesman at some like office near there. And so he goes like, he's all, hold on one sec, I'm actually in the advertisement business. And then he starts like flicking his like he starts doing this and he goes, let me get ideas. He's all a children's book, a cologne, we call it Thwip or something. Like it's stupid.
Wait,
and
what? When he's in the elevator?
when he's in the elevator, he's spitting that to
In
him.
2.1, does he
In two-
think that it's actually Spider-Man in the elevator?
Yeah, in the
Oh,
in,
yeah,
the, in
he
the,
actually
mo-
did.
in the
Yeah.
2.1, he believes that that's Spider-Man, so he starts giving him ideas for advertisement. And
Oh,
then he
I
goes,
see.
"Here's my card," and he goes, "I don't have any pockets."
I'm
Whatever.
glad- I'm glad they didn't do that.
Yeah, it's
scene.
so it's
That doesn't
stupid. That's what I'm
sound-
saying.
that doesn't
These
sound
scenes, like literally, this is
good.
the last scene I'm going to talk
Random.
about because it was so stupid.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's annoying.
you don't need this guy
Ah,
here.
I'm kidding.
I was
You
I was
don't
telling
need it.
Ernie though earlier that it was funny that they put this kind of scene in between two such like sad
Yeah.
scenes. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause it was like in between him losing his powers and then he's just like walking home all
Losing
sad
his
and stuff.
girl.
Yeah, but it's like random that they would just put like something like this in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so anyway, he does his thing. We cut to Peter dragging his bike and walking past an unnecessary amount of pictures of MJ. They're all over. Why are you looking all crazy like that, like a bird?
I was just fucking. I was
Wait, what
listening
was he
to-
chasing then? Because if there was sirens, so he just kind of gave up, right? Because he can't follow it anywhere, right? Because
It was just random. I think it was like it had nothing to do with the story. I think it
No,
was just
it's
a random crime.
ass scene,
yeah,
okay, but I think he probably didn't chase after it because he couldn't
lost
do it
his
'cause of
powers.
web.
Yeah.
So now, and then we cut to Peter trying to call MJ where she listens in. He's apologizing for not showing up. She's like, bingo! All bitchy.
That throws the keys at the
Yeah.
phone. Yeah.
He's like, it's amazing, isn't it? How complicated a simple thing like being somewhere at 8 o'clock can become. And he runs out of time, and MJ is yet again disappointed. And then he starts to like tell her. Like,
She's kind of waiting for him to put more quarters in the machine, but the fucker doesn't have money.
Spider-Man. And then his enemies would go after her, like some shit like that. But, he's not recording it. So now we cut to Otto at his demonstration. And he's like, did anyone lose a roll of $20 bills wrapped in a rubber band? Because we found the rubber band. Stupid.
It's a terrible joke. It's a terrible joke.
Terrible joke. So that's such a stupid. Everyone's laughing, but Harry kind of just like looks at him straight
He's
in
like,
the eye.
Nobel Prize.
He's all, bitch wants my money. That's probably my $20.
Paying the
Nobel
bills.
Prize.
Glad to pay the bills, Otto.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
God,
right. So, and then he
Turns into a douche. He
Yeah,
turns
he
into
always
a-
does this
Nobel Prize, Otto.
he has that
Nobel
fucking-
Prize.
It's James Franco's signature eyes, like all squinted on.
Yeah.
So he reveals
I hit my head.
he reveals his octopus arms, and he's like, they're impervious to heat and magnetism.
I like how he
And
says it.
and I like how it shows the arms connecting to his spine, and then like when he connects like fully to his neck,
Yeah.
everyone cringes, but they can't even see it. It's behind him. Like,
Yeah,
how do
yeah.
they know, like they're oh.
And then he does the little flinch.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, like I like the close-ups of Dr. Octavius or Doc Ock. Like
Ock.
his facial, just his reactions.
Yeah, he does
are
it.
just,
He does
are
it
just
well.
done so well.
He's I installed this inhibitor chip for my higher brain, so I am controlling these arms and not them controlling me.
Dude, whoever did the special effects too, they made the arms look scary as hell.
I think I'm telling you,
Like they look so cool, but they look so scary.
No, what's crazy is no, you're right. Because I think those are real. There's not a lot of CGI on those movies.
Right. But just
Because
like the way
frickin'
of like the way they move.
The way they move and everything
Yeah,
it looks cool as hell, huh?
Yeah. No, but
Dude.
they like it almost looks like the arms have like personalities, right?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely,
that was
yeah.
the point.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
it's scary. It's almost because they're so like lifelike.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. We'll see that next scene.
Yep.
When he's in the hospital.
Oh
Dude,
damn.
and that
Such a
that
sick
was
scene.
scary, bro. That looks scary.
Scary
Like
as hell.
rewatching it again, I'm like, damn, they could have made this a horror movie. Like that scene
Nah,
just
for
looks
real.
horrific.
Yeah,
right?
this whole
it's crazy.
It gets pretty dark.
Dude,
Yeah.
I wanted to add something before we kind of go dive a little deeper because when you were talking about Spider-Man and like he says, "Oh, I'm Spider-Man," and he's telling MJ that.
Yeah.
I wanted to add that. So, she's like, they quoted Stan Lee one time, and like he stated that the reason that Spider-Man wears the mask is because he wants to hide the fears to his enemies. So he doesn't want like
Oh, yeah, I
obviously,
saw that.
you know what I mean? Which is kind of like it sounds like what is he talking about? But
Yeah.
it means like he doesn't want like
To show.
'Cause
to
he's
show
actually afraid. He's
he's
terrified.
afraid.
Yeah. 'Cause
So
he's
like
a
he doesn't
kid.
want you to know that Aunt May is his aunt.
Oh,
You know
I
what mean?
feel you. I feel it. Like the reactions.
because that would scare him the most.
Got you.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's like the point of like a mask for any like superhero,
Yeah, that's
right?
true. But
To
then
kind
again,
of
like Batman's like whole thing is like he wants the mask to bring fear to his
instill the
enemies.
fear.
So
and
it's
then come out.
there's a little difference between, but
Yeah,
I
like
feel
Iron Man
you.
don't give a fuck.
no, that Iron Man doesn't. Yeah, but he's not here, dude. You know,
or
yeah,
Captain
whatever.
Not yet.
America.
No,
Not
Captain
yet.
America, not yet.
Um,
dude.
Not yet.
There is a reference to this hero though.
Oh,
So they
yeah, I
do
know-
the
I think I
experiment.
know what he's talking about.
It,
I think I
it
do.
appears to be a success. And then, the random old dude goes up to Harry. He's like, this is a breakthrough beyond your father's dreams. He's like, thank you. Like, just like super,
Yeah,
super
stupid
happy,
scene,
like,
dude, yeah.
oh, like, oh my God. And then things start getting a little wild. And, Otto's like, stay calm. Hey, it's only a spike.
Yeah.
And then that's when everything just goes to shit. And
Nah,
then Harry's
it's all
like, shut
fucked.
it off, Otto.
I'm in charge.
Shut up.
I'm in charge.
I'm in charge. Yeah, with his arms like a little bitch. What?
Do you feel in charge?
Ah,
Come
yeah.
on.
That's
all
another
right,
quotable,
yeah, I just wanted
dude.
to talk
I
about
like that one.
one. That's what I thought of when he said that.
Spider-Man saves Harry from being crushed. This doesn't change anything, all stupid. Like, all, it's like, dude, come on, bro.
You're gonna say that in the face
know.
of death?
So,
Dude, I
right?
hate the way his like wife, dies.
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
it's dark,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah,
It's so
just
super
hella
intense.
dark.
intense.
And then it's like, and she goes, and you see the glass going.
The glass, right?
But like her face, like I'm like,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, fuck, she just died. Like
Dude, that
he's
and
like,
like,
Rosie.
that and the surgery scene, you could really see like Sam Raimi's like influence as like a horror
His
director,
horror,
right?
yeah,
You could
definitely.
just see like, cause it's like super like screamy. Like
Yeah.
the wife is like,
It's very reminiscent
Yeah,
of
it's
like
the-
that
like
old
that
style
old
of
shit,
horror
yeah.
movie recorded, right? Like, or
I have a
film,
question
sorry.
though.
Go
You know
ahead.
how it's like a magnet, right? That thing is magnets.
Magnetized,
Yeah. Would the glass
Magnetized.
go all the way to the wife? Because it's only metal coming towards the thing. Why would the glass shatter that far? That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
I see what you're
Like
saying.
I feel like in the real world, like the glass would break, but it wouldn't fly towards the wife like that
But
and
it's
kill
getting
her.
sucked in, bro.
No, but it's only metal that's getting sucked.
Yeah.
But I think it's
Am
sucks
I?
in the
Well,
world.
it's because
Just
well,
getting
Ah.
the rim of the mirrors have a metal and they break.
Yeah, and if they break, the glass would
Y-
just shatter.
Yeah, but I guess that's
I mean,
that's what you're talking about. But that's
moves
what I
the
was thinking
movie
because
on.
You're
I
just
thought
getting
about that too.
Too into it.
I was like, because she's
Diving
nowhere
way too-
near.
It's a
She's
comic book movie about a spider.
she's near Doctor Octopus,
was
but
a
then she's
man.
not. No, we
Yeah.
need to get into this. He's all, how did she die?
No,
Why
but
did
I
she
saw that.
die?
I'm like, dude, the glass went hella far
Yeah.
to kill her.
Yeah,
Like
dude,
with
it was-
enough power
You know,
to kill her.
you know, like I don't know if this is in the one you guys saw, but like she's dead and they take her in
Oh,
the
you watched
stretcher.
another one,
Do
huh?
you see that they cover her at
I
all?
was gonna get to
Okay,
that.
good,
Oh,
'cause-
yeah.
You're
Okay,
fucking
yeah.
already at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Dude,
We're
thank
done.
you.
Thank
Yeah,
you for
yeah.
No,
tuning
I
in.
know that. I know that. part.
Okay, perfect. I'm glad that you said something.
I've seen it.
Carlos is dumb.
Yeah, we ain't there.
So
we
then
ain't there.
Spider-Man pulls the plug. Everything goes
We're
to
still
shit.
there, dude.
Everything goes to shit. So we cut to Harry leaving the building. He's like, I'm ruined. I have nothing left except Spider-Man. And that random dude again. He saved your life. He's like, he humiliated me.
He
by
sounds like an old
touching me."
villain.
And that's what I was
He
saying.
does.
And that's that next shot. They did that quick shot of just showing Rosie. Like, I don't think, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Prior to that, they're bringing someone into and out of on a stretcher already covered up. Why Rosie has to be already outside and then gets covered up? Because usually they cover the bodies before.
For
they
the
do
movie's
that.
sake.
Yeah.
dude.
So you
Anyway,
can see that.
literally.
So you
super,
can,
super dark and unnecessary.
he's all Sam Raimi's like, let's add this so people can know she died,
Yeah,
and let's
yeah.
make her a little blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But
Like-
and here's the thing though, the glass went towards her face, right?
Yeah,
no
so
cuts.
That's what I'm
no
saying.
cuts on
no
the
cut.
face.
They must have cleaned her really
Before-
fucking well, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Good paramedics. They're underpaid.
Or maybe she just fainted.
Mm.
Our frontline workers.
So we cut to Otto at the doctor's, and the doctors are ready to cut the
Ooh.
arms off. Bad idea. And that stupid doctor's like, anybody here take shop class?
I like that. I like that joke though.
But yeah,
Really?
again,
I thought it
That-
was so
dude,
stupid.
You feel if you were a surgeon in that room and then somebody was about to cut metal arms off somebody and he says, anybody take shot glass,
It's
you
like
wouldn't
that-
laugh.
it's just like-
I would laugh.
It's just like dad jokes.
yeah.
but it's like
you're making
it's
light
such
of
a.
you're making light of
Okay, I was gonna
situations,
say
like-
it's such a serious like thing. This guy just fucking
Everybody
almost
shop
died.
class.
Has got anybody take shop class?
Anybody
like-
here? Anybody here been to a funeral? You know, some shit like that. You know, I don't
He's
know.
dead.
He's fucking dead. You know, you'll be dead. Yeah, but it's a gruesome scene, dude. Straight out of a
Sick
horror flick.
fucking
And I
scene.
honestly thought, I honestly thought like that guy with the chainsaw was gonna get chainsaw like into his like face or something like that. 'Cause
It
remember,
feels rated R.
It's ready
Yeah.
to get. It's ready to go there. Like that.
Yeah,
arm's gonna grab
for
him.
sure. Definitely could have had like gore in it, like that scene. But
Yeah,
it was
definitely.
PG-13, so
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
they
it was
like
fine.
dude. But the scene when
girl.
that Asian girl is getting dragged
Yeah.
and her nails are digging into
That's
the
ridiculous,
floor,
dude.
dude. This shit scared me when I was a kid. This whole
Really?
scene. I mean, did it not?
You know, I mean,
It scared me.
No. Well, it scared the shit out of me now, and I'm like freaking 30. But
Yeah.
I remember seeing it, and I was just like, she freaking scratched that floor, bro. And I was just like,
Oh yeah.
I was like,
Oh,
this is
some weak-ass
crazy.
Now,
floors.
that's
Dude,
a straight
you
up
know-
Evil Dead like thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, bro. Yeah, I'm so glad you said
It's
something,
fucking wild.
dude. That fucking would hurt, bro.
And then when he
He's about
wakes
to
up,
die
when he wakes
anyways.
up, and then when he wakes up and looks, he's like, no.
And then the claws, how they go up. They look
three
sick.
times and shit throughout the whole movie.
And then so yeah, we get that sweet little. He gets out and he got his big old tits running out with him and shit. He looks fucking big, dude. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
thick boy.
chunks.
He's for sure a
chunks,
thick
bro.
boy.
He got the titties.
Yeah,
Um,
that's why he
sweet
needs
little-
those big ass legs.
And then we get that.
Dr. Titty Tavius.
And then,
Oh,
we,
sorry.
and then we get that sweet little shot of him turning around with the claw when the cops. It's all ding, ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding.
And then the car comes at him and he flips it over. That looked cool. That was a sweet ass
No, yeah,
scene.
it's pretty cool.
Can I say something? I
The
like
go
effects
ahead,
are
yeah.
good.
you know how he has two bottom legs and then two sharp legs, like the octopus arms.
Oh yeah.
I like the bottom one. The two top ones, they seem a little more evil
Oh,
than the bottom
and
ones.
Rosie
You feel
and
me?
Adele. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I just
Rosie
named
and
it.
Adele.
That's what I just named the fucking
Oh,
claws.
okay. No, yeah, those two ones they look a little bit more
Yeah.
schmiggly in my opinion.
Oh yeah. I know it's cool. They're fucking pretty neat, honestly.
They're pretty neat.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
imagine if you had those and you were able to fucking travel, like that'd be sweet.
Okay, I was gonna bring this up later in the podcast.
No,
but I'm gonna
man,
say
now.
Meow. Okay, there are so many opportunities for Doc Ock to get killed. I feel like, because he himself isn't.
Covered.
Yeah, he's not covered. He's just a regular human being. If a SWAT team just came up with some machine guns, they'll kill him. Because that's like, how much can the arms protect him from bullets. It's like, yeah, a couple handguns. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. But if you just blast him, like 6 people blast him with
a
machine
grenade
gun,
launcher and
he's
shit,
fucking done,
he's
bro.
dead. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
What's
I mean, a grenade he could leave, but it's like you have like guns, like
It's
high-powered rifles shooting at him.
Yeah.
He's gonna die.
It's impervious to fucking everything.
Yeah, like I mean, in the movie shows him to be like invincible, but it's like nah, like
Yeah.
you could cap him.
Yeah. I don't
You
know
know?
if he's on the radar of like I don't know
Of the
if he
police
ever
yet?
of the police yet.
Yeah, yeah.
You know
I
what
mean,
I
they
mean?
know
Yeah.
about him.
Because at some point
True. Guy
they
with
think he's
mechanical arms goes crazy.
they think he's dead,
Yeah.
right? They think he's dead in the hospital. Like that's why.
No,
he's
but
all-
they know, but they know they've seen him.
Oh, that he got.
You know,
out
like
of it.
after like the bank robbery, they see him, and then but he does hide out a lot. He's not like out and about and shit. But I mean, yeah.
It's just a movie about a spider, though. Just kidding.
I just thought that was interesting. Okay.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So we cut to Jonah. He's loving the hot goss. You know, he's
the
like,
hot guys.
the hot goss,
Hot
gossip. He's like, what are we gonna call this guy? And the Hoffman guy, his name's Hoffman, his little sister. He's like, Doctor Octopus. He's like, oh, that's crap. Science Squid, crap. Doctor Strange. Oh, that's good, but it's taken. I would have never gotten
Yeah, I
that
saw
reference,
that.
bro.
Yeah, me neither.
And then he goes, wait, I got it. Dr. Octopus. And then he goes, so
I
stupid.
like it. He's like,
That's-
"What are you looking for? A raise? Get out."
What are you looking for a reason? Get out. So then Peter comes in the office and Jameson wants the pictures. And then that fucking assistant's like, I heard Spider-Man was there. And like looks at him like, you're Spider-Man, aren't you? You know, like the way he looks at him, right? All weird.
Yeah.
And then Jameson's like, where were you? Photographing squirrels? That guy's gold, bro. He's, I'll pay you for what? Standing there? Planetarium, 8 o'clock. There's the door. You know, because he wants to go take pictures because his son is proposing, right? Proposing or getting married?
No, I thought the son was getting.
It was just like a celebration. It was like
yeah.
a award ceremony.
But he proposes, right?
Yeah,
That
at
day.
that event.
Okay. So, you know, we cut to Otto. He's descending into madness. He's like, something in my head, something talking. You know, the chip is gone. He done. He's gone now.
the inhibitor
gone.
chip.
The inhibitor chip. He wants to rebuild this
little light
machine.
up.
He's like, but we need money. Steal it? No. I'm not a criminal. That's right. The real crime would not to be finished what we started.
That's like two characters that talk to
Yeah,
themselves.
He's like,
you
no,
know what I
that's
mean?
true. Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
nothing will stand in our way. Nothing. Like rises, fucking rises, all sweet, dude. Like the Messiah himself.
Oh.
And this is what we
wow,
get a cut
Jesus Christ.
of Jeff Winger. He's talking to May and Peter. Well, Joe McHale. I call him Jeff Winger. Talking
At
to
the
May
bank?
and Peter at the bank about
Yep.
life insurance, trying to refinance their home.
Mm,
Always a dick, that Winger.
mm.
Freaking
You know, honestly, when I was younger, I thought that the bank teller or not whatever position he is, I thought he was an asshole. But honestly, like he's just doing his job at
Yeah,
that
yeah, of
point.
course,
you know what I
of
mean?
course.
Like he's
But
showing,
he
he's not
co-
even being that
he
mean.
becomes more of an asshole after.
Yeah, he does. But
Uh,
still, though, it's like he's just telling them what's up.
That's funny that you say that. Actually, yeah, it's very true.
'Cause-
Because he's just doing his job. He's
And he was just telling them, you guys aren't eligible. That's it.
Mhm.
And you can't get the toaster
Basically,
because you didn't put the it was a $300 deposit rule. You know what I mean? It's like what is he supposed to do? He doesn't know them. You know what I'm saying? What?
But yeah,
Yeah, no,
you're
yeah,
no,
no.
you're totally right.
I'll tell you why. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay.
It's
So
like- okay,
let me
right.
say. Sorry. It's because Sang. Sometimes I stare at Sang, and I also stare at Carlos for a while, and I don't say anything. It's because I'm diving deep in my mind with your story that
He's
I'm.
thinking- he's looking straight at you. And he's like, "What am I gonna have for dinner?"
No, because I'm looking at you and I'm thinking about the whole story, like what you're saying. Like,
Yeah,
that's just
yeah,
how
yeah.
that's just how I think.
But yeah, I get what you're saying on that. Because like, if you go to a restaurant, and you're like, "Oh, can I get this food?" And they're like, "Oh, we don't have it." It's like, you're the dick now because you don't have what I want. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But it's not their fault. But,
Yeah, yeah. And you get
stupid
kicked in the
example.
shin.
You get kicked in the shin, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's like,
ow,
he's like,
ow.
such a dick. She's all pissed.
Yeah.
She's like, and then that's when you see Otto to the sides looking straight at the safe that it happens to be open for everyone to see.
In a coat.
Just a super sweet ass coat and
like a
hat.
super villain coat.
And then he's like, he's robbing the bank. She's like, Peter, don't leave me. And then that's when Jeff Winger's like, oh boy, that boy of yours is a real hero. And then all the cops come in. They'll put your arms up. All of them. Ah, dumb.
Now he deserved to get hit.
And just
I wrote
gets-
that down. I was like, the fact that this cop said, "Put your arms up," all of them deserve to get fucking hit right there.
Exactly. So Spider-Man swings in, and then to fight the Ock, and he's like, "Here's your change." Ah, the quip, bro, the quip that Ernie loves so much. You know, Spider-Man. You know, he's having a little trouble in his little Spider-Man game. You know, he's having issues with the web again.
Yep.
Otto grabs
Throwing
May.
coins at him and shit.
Otto grabs May and runs away. He's like, "Don't follow me." And it's like a Super King Kong reference too, because like climbing up the building. Has, you know what I mean? Has
didn't
the
think about
has
that.
the woman.
Yeah,
Um,
became is a beast.
And then
that kind of
Spider
thing.
Man's like, "Hand her over." He's like, "Of course." Butterfingers. Drops May, but luckily his web worked. Imagine if it didn't work. How dark that scene could have gone.
Sam Raimi wouldn't put it past him.
Wouldn't put it past his ass.
Mhm.
Spidey and Otto have a sweet little wall fight. That fight's pretty cool, dude. Like for being like the CGI that it is.
All their fights are dope,
In
in my opinion.
Ernie is just descending into madness.
Yeah.
I'm looking at his.
He's talking to his tentacles, dude.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not fucking listening.
I know.
But
the way you're doing it,
you know what's crazy is that
Talking to
like
his tentacles.
a lot of the fights that like the way they look, because they're not super CGI. They're like there's like a little
They
bit
look
here and there,
decent for their
but
time.
they look pretty good for that time.
Yeah.
And I think like it holds up now. Like it would hold up. Like I would
No,
show people
it's
this
still
and be like,
exciting.
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I remember like when I was watching, I was like, damn, like this fucking movie's like really good. Like, but
Yeah.
like I said, the beginning of it is so fucking sad. I felt so weird watching. I was like, oh, I don't like this.
Well, maybe because it's sad, and then like that's why you feel your heart is more invested into the movie.
They
You know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
and that's
Yeah.
why I always tell you that
Yeah.
like a lot of the characters are more like drawn out here, like
Yeah.
and you feel more for them. But like like after it gets to this and they start fighting and all the coins and all like you guys were saying, like
Yeah.
it's fucking cool. Like you're like, damn, this is a fucking superhero movie. Like this is what
Yeah.
I wanted to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's so different. But as a kid, you're just like, I don't know if I want to watch all this like sadness right
Dude, in this fighting sequence, you know how
Yeah.
he has Aunt May and he's like holding her, and then he does the little slingshot.
Oh, that's right,
Slingshot,
yeah,
and he
yeah,
has
yeah.
the little needle.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Dude, what a bad strategy on Peter Parker's.
Yeah.
Or not Peter Parker. Fucking Spider-Man. I
Spider-Man.
mean, it is Peter Parker.
Well, you just
But
you just
Spider-Man's
give up his
strategy,
identity.
you feel
Yeah.
me? It's like, why would you slingshot yourself to
And-
this fucking villain?
And let me ask you this: do you think he knows that he has a fucking spike in his claw? Like,
No, he doesn't
this guy
know
literally
that.
has like claws that like
Yeah.
like that claw has another little fucking loop around. That's what he wraps around.
Yeah,
Aunt
yeah,
May.
yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
didn't know that
Which
that
is
claw
sick.
had
It's
that,
got
dude.
all
Which is
kinds
sick.
of
Like it's like
capabilities.
it has
gadgets.
a freaking has like a little butter knife and shit.
Yeah.
like, it's like what the fuck? Like it's like a
It has a
utility.
can opener and shit.
Oh
yeah.
my
That's
God.
like what the fuck is like
A
this
little
guy?
butt scratcher.
Swiss Army, dog.
Is a
Uh,
butt scratcher?
But
Yeah.
yeah, they have that sweet fight though, and then May's slipping and she grabs one of the angels. She's like, "Oh, thank you." Whoa, what is it?
That's good.
Oh, father. Stupid shit. But and then she even doesn't. And then that like you're talking about that thing,
The
and
little
then
shark.
that's when Otto's like, "You're stuck at your web in my business for the last time." But May, does a little sick move, bro, and whacks him in the head.
Shame on you.
Shame on you. Otto escapes
Breaks
with
his
the money.
glasses.
Otto escapes with the money. He's like,
Hmm?
and then Spidey's like, "We sure showed him." He's like, "What do you mean, we?" And then Spider-Man takes off, and then like all those hoes running up next to Spidey, "I'll take me with you." You hear him saying that?
Groupies, bro.
It's fucking weird, huh?
Yeah, he got groupies
got
at this
groupies, bro.
stage.
Wait,
Yeah.
can I ask you guys
Oh,
a
he
question? I
only
didn't
wants MJ.
understand why Aunt May said, "What do you mean we?" What does she mean by
'Cause I
that?
think she's just referring like you're the hero.
Oh no, okay. I thought she was saying I'm the hero, not your ass, because I
She's
saved her.
like,
Because I
"I
saved
did
your life. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Nah,
she
maybe.
raised
That's
him,
what I-
didn't he?
Oh, but she doesn't
She
know.
fed him,
But she
didn't
kind of acts like she does. But anyway, we'll get to that. So we cut to the planetarium.
Wait.
Peter's
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah. So Peter's taking some pics, and dumbass doesn't take his lens cap off. He's distracted, right? Then we cut to Harry getting fucked up. He's like, "Leave it. Every night until I find him. It's 24/7." He's all
You're a
fucked
whore.
up. You're a
Why was
whore.
Harry here? Do you know why?
Because it's just I think it's
Because
just
he.
Oh, because of his-
I don't know
what
why.
is
I'm thinking.
I'm
I
not
was
sure
thinking
why.
that,
I
bro.
think MJ might have invited him.
I'm not sure
Oh,
why, but
okay.
I'm glad that
Maybe.
I'm glad
Alright.
that he's there.
I didn't.
Because he
Yeah.
had such a great
Nah, I feel
moment
you.
in the scene,
Yeah.
and then like we'll get into, it, but he fucking smacks his
Slaps
fucker,
him
but
twice, dog.
twice,
Yep,
not
yep.
once,
Yeah.
not once, but
Yeah.
twice.
Yep, yep.
Twice.
And then
what
you-
does he
twice.
say to him, man?
Huh?
He says. Anyways, go. I'm sorry.
We'll get
to it. Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it.
We got.
Yeah,
Then we
so
hear in
he
the
says something
background,
to him.
Jamie says, "Oh, Parker, what are you deaf? I called you twice. Do you think I'm paying you to sip champagne?" And he's all, "Oh, get a shot with the mayor and me, and the mayor and me," and then he goes,
And-
"Oh, and the mayor and his girlfriend." He's like,
Wife.
So stupid, gets him in trouble. And then we
He
get
got him caught up.
John Jameson, the Delicious, gets introduced with MJ at his arm. Peter's missing out on some good picks right there, dude. He's so in awe, like he's like, "Oh fuck," like
He's in a bad spot
he's
in
a
that
bad
whole
dude. He's
spot
in a
right
bad
there.
spot.
Yeah. Just not. He shouldn't have been there. Let's just put it like that.
So I think he goes outside, and then he sees MJ outside, and he's like, "Oh, I've been reading poetry lately." She's like, "Whatever that
Starts
means."
quoting.
He's all, Wait, fuck, I wrote this wrong.
Day
He's
by
like,
day or something.
"Me ain't feeling the poetry." Or no, I'm sorry. MJ's not feeling the poetry. He starts telling Peter how everyone has to come see the show. So even my father came backstage to borrow cash. After all these years, he's nothing to me but an empty seat. That hits hard, dude. That hits hard.
Yeah.
Um,
That's why I like the little conversations between them.
yeah,
They always have like little one-liners in it.
and then that's when Harry busts in. He's like, "You know what pisses me off? Your loyalty to Spider-Man and not your
He
best
doesn't,
friend."
he doesn't say pisses him off, does he?
I think he does.
That's
I'm pretty
awesome.
sure, but he goes,
Drunk
I find,
ass Harry.
I
dude.
find him with my father's body, and you defend him because he's your bread and butter. And he's like, "You stole MJ from me. You stole my father's love.
What a fucking
You let him
bitter-
die." And he's like, slaps his ass. He's like, "Huh, brother."
Dude, he slaps him
He comes
hard,
in hard, bro.
bro.
He
does.
he's pissed.
I wonder how it was when they were shooting that.
May I say
scene.
something? Like, he is the worst drunk actor I've seen. Like, I don't know how to. It's pretty bad, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think he would. He must.
Also,
I mean,
is he old enough to drink?
Well, I
it
mean,
doesn't
he's
matter,
rich
dude,
enough
he's
to,
rich,
you know what I
know
mean?
what I'm saying?
But he smacks him so hard, and then like he just takes it. He's all, like.
No, because I was gonna bring that up too. I was like, yo, Peter's just taking this shit. But if he did retaliate,
What would
I
he
think
do?
Harry would have
Got knocked the fuck out.
Exactly.
Killed.
But then he can reveal himself.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They'd be like,
Um,
why is that guy?
So that's when John Jameson, like, after he gets slapped, he's like, everyone, and he's like, "Me and MJ are getting married," and Peter's just losing, bro. And then Jameson's like, "Parker, wake up, shoot the picture." So he's all set.
That's like two fucked up
This
scenes.
is why I said it's so fucked up. This whole thing is right. Okay. Harry slaps Peter because he's mad at him. MJ immediately gets engaged. Okay. And then you got to take pictures of the girl that you love getting engaged. Okay. And then right after that, there's a scene of him losing his powers.
Yeah.
This whole night,
It's fucked.
It's just not. It's
can
just not
any
Harry's
human
night.
handle that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No,
can
but if
anybody
human- but
handle
if
some
human
bullshit
spider
like
can-
that?
You see what I'm
okay,
saying?
I see you.
You see
bro.
where I came-
I mean, I don't know.
You see where I came
You
from?
see where
Yeah.
he came hard. He came
Dude,
hard. In our face.
dude, that shit is, dude. I'm glad that you said something because that shit is fucking sad. It just kind of
It's like one by one, everything that
lands on him.
just falls apart in his life
But
in
that's-
this one night.
That's
bro.
what makes him Peter Parker.
It's
You know what I
sad,
mean?
Dude, it's sad.
That's
I don't
what
know.
makes him.
I feel like that's like that happening to like a regular person would be enough to like for them to. Just
But
kill
with great
themselves.
power comes great responsibility.
Remember
that's
that.
right.
Remember that,
Right.
Pete.
Very
Remember
intelligent.
that.
Used to help mankind.
All right, so now we cut to Spider-Man swinging majestically, but he loses his web and he eats shit.
Yep.
Can't even walk up walls no more. Even loses his vision while he's reading the headline that says Spidey and Doc Ock rob bank. Good old Jameson with his headlines.
With that headline, yeah.
So
On
we
top
cut
of
to,
that.
so we cut to the Doc. He's smoking it up with his arms, creating his little temple. And like, who sold him that shit? Like, cause like,
The cigar.
no, the fucking all the shit he got.
Oh,
Black market.
That's what I was. That's what I put as a question. Black
He used,
market, 'cause
he used Bitcoin.
there's no
bro.
way Oscorp would have sold him material. Like he's like, well, I guess at
Maybe
this
he
point,
went
no
to
one
go
knows he's a
steal it or
maniac,
something?
right? But
He
then
likes-
obviously they have to think like he disappeared. Oh no, but he robbed the bank
Yeah.
too. So
And he has the arms.
And he has
So
no
how the
mask.
fuck-
He just has a stupid ass goggles.
maybe they can't tell who he is with the goggles.
You think?
There's a lot of
Uh,
questions,
Anyway,
like when
a
it
lot
comes
of
to
questions,
logic.
but yeah,
too.
they don't
yeah,
really
yeah.
explain his
No.
thing. So we cut to Peter at the doctor's, and he's telling the doctor, he's all, "I can't sleep." And then the doctor straight up just goes, "Can't sleep? Heartbreak? Bad dreams?" Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it.
Intimate
No
doctor
doctor
right
would
there.
ask you that shit. So he tells the doctor that I had this dream that I'm Spider-Man. I keep losing my powers. Well, my friend has this dream. He's all, maybe you're not supposed to be Spider-Man climbing these walls. And all of a sudden he's a psychiatrist. I don't
That's
know.
what. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And he's just all like,
It's like they have a personal relationship.
gives him a sick ass thing. He sits next to him all sweet.
Yep.
Gives
and
him a little kiss on the forehead.
and that's
gonna be
again when he has,
okay.
and then he
No.
he kind of thinks about it, his little heart to heart with Uncle Ben. That's a little extended conversation.
A little flashback.
Remember that beat? Remember that?
The white background.
And then he's like, "I'm Spider-Man, no more, no more."
And then he's on his bed, like.
And that's when it shows. Yeah, it shows him dumping his suit in the garbage, just like that. Doesn't even try to hide it, bro. Like it's literally out in the garbage, like for everyone to see.
Hey, no more.
Remember that?
Nope.
And then I get that sweet fade out of that scene where the eyes glow up a little bit, like in the
Yeah.
spider suits.
Naked.
So now we cut to Peter walking all happily. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
fucking love
Such a
this montage.
goofball. He trips,
Yeah.
has to put his glasses on.
Nothing seems to fit.
I know the stupid little bike tire.
Raindrops keep falling
And
on
then
my
he's-
head,
and he's
baby.
he gets that hot dog and he sees the cops and the way he eats the hot dogs.
Nah.
Do people eat hot dogs like that?
shit
I see a
down,
lot
too.
of
New Yorkers do.
I see a lot of movies.
Oh, yeah, like half the hot dog with one bite.
And he's like, but he looks at it, he's like,
And then he goes,
Makes it look so
"Nothing's
good, though.
worrying
Me.
But yeah, and
He's
that's
it's a
like
little
you
cut.
mentioned, earlier, he's in class, he's answering questions, and Dr. Kron's like, yes, yes, yes.
He's like, the quickest descent. I'm just kidding.
And then, and then that stupid little pause it does with a smile. It's all,
Yeah.
nothing will to me.
The montages in the series, dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's good montages,
It's
honestly.
good every time.
Yeah.
It's good every time.
So now we cut to Peter at MJ's play, and she sees him and forgets her line again because she's so happy. So now they're outside and they're having their ox combo. He's like, "Oh, let's go out for fucking noodles or something like that." I don't know what
Chow mein.
Chow mein. Is that chow mein?
Like, want to get some chow mein?
So
She's
Peter-
like, I'm married.
So what the fuck? You fucked up.
I got no game.
No game.
No.
All of a
Peter,
sudden-
I'm getting married. That's what she says.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's
That's
like, I
sad.
always imagine you getting married on a hilltop. And his little sick fantasies. He's trying to. So he's kind of
Incel,
He's
remember?
kind of trying. Yeah,
Incel, yeah.
He's kind of trying to talk her
That's
out.
a fucked up damn, dude. Incel.
Yeah, he's an incel, bro. Think about it.
He's trying to talk her out of the marriage, and he's like, and then MJ's like, we never got on. You can't get off if you never got on. Like he's like, and then Peter's like, I'm not an empty seat
Damn.
anymore. Punch me, I bleed.
Fucking good, dude. Yeah, that was
Punch me, I bleed. Like, what? He's
MJ's like, what the fuck is that supposed to be?
Poetry. So now we cut to Jameson. He's on the phone. He's like, "Dear, we agreed to put on a wedding, not a bankruptcy. Caviar. What are we inviting the czar?" And that's when that random bum brings in the Spider-Man costume. He's all, "If it's the head of an extraterrestrial, then you're the third guy this week."
Yep.
And then he gives him the suit.
Wait, hold up. Was this a homeless guy or a garbage man?
He looked like he was
no,
homeless.
no,
Oh,
he,
yeah.
no, that the guy that has the suit. That's
Yeah.
a garbage man.
yeah,
That
they
has the
made him
suit.
look so
They
gross.
just make him look so gross.
Yeah, for some
and then
reason.
what does he tell? He's all, get him out of here because of something or I
I,
forgot.
Yeah,
I
you need
have a
some
funny
soap
thing to
or
say
something.
later, but I'll talk about it.
Get some soaps. That's what
It's a little fact.
Oh, yeah,
a
so-
little
soap.
factoid.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, but so
That's what he says. And throw in a bar of soap.
yeah, he's
that's
like,
what he said.
but before that, he's like, I finally got to him. The power of the press triumphs. And, Mr. Grant, he's like, Miss Grant, give this man his money and throw in a bar of soap. And then,
Yeah.
and then he's off. And then he's on the phone again. He's like, flowers, how much? You spend any more on this thing, you can pick the daisies off my grave.
right.
So that last time, so
a
we
good
cut
one.
we cut to the paper saying Spider-Man's no more, and that sweet ass lady singing again. She's like, "Where you gone to, Spider-Man?" Like, all
Oh, the
stupid.
Asian.
Yeah, I
lady,
forgot that she comes back twice.
Yeah.
She comes
Straight
back,
up,
bro. She's got
yeah.
a cameo. I think she comes back in the third. I don't know.
I hope so, dude. Just like that, dude. Thanks.
We cut to Peter,
Yeah.
and then we cut to Peter walking the streets where good old fashioned beating and mid daylight occurring in the alley. People
Oh,
are getting
yeah.
like
He
so
feels some
this is where I'm
type of
gonna
way.
relate to the scene. Originally, I guess that scene, those people beating that guy up was supposed to be the guy with the costume, but they wanted to take the costume from him. But I guess due to time constraints, they're like, we're not gonna even like kind of further this. This is
Oh,
kind of
so the guy getting beat up was supposed to be the guy
the
that.
guy who found
found
the costume,
it.
But those
Oh,
guys
I
like,
see.
it was-
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
stupid little tidbit.
Oh,
I like that, huh?
factoid does this.
Factoid. So we cut to May and Peter visiting Uncle Ben's grave, and Peter has some kind of implied realization there. Remember that, Pete. Remember that. That's good, like, cause he's like talking, right? And he starts thinking, he's like, I should be Spider-Man again, basically. We cut to Peter and May having tea, and that's when Peter reveals that he is responsible for Uncle Ben. That's when she shits her pants. She gets all pissed off. And,
She just leaves.
Like, yeah, she
She just leaves.
walks away,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
speechless.
exactly. And like, I guess, I would be too, right?
Right.
Tired, so
Definitely, I agree.
we keeping you up. So we cut to the Octopus Man, just about done with his machine.
Doc Ock.
Doc Ock, fully functional and back to formula. He's like,
Ah,
That's the second one.
and then he
That's
goes,
the second one.
one more little chore, and that's when we cut to Harry loathing Spider-Man, and everyone's favorite butler, who could have right there told him the truth, leaves for the night. He's like, your father only obsessed over his work. He's like, good night, Bernard. Is his name Bernard or Bernard?
Bernard. No,
I think
it's
he says
Bernard.
Bernard though.
Maybe because he's fucked up.
Yeah, a lot of Maker's Mark in this movie too. You can just see.
yeah,
Yeah, a lot of product placement.
Their
there.
official.
The official drink of
official drink.
Spider-Man.
So Harry walks to the Harry walks to the balcony where Jurassic Park scene, like a Jurassic Park like scene, kind of occurs right with the stomping. It's a boom, boom, and then you get another jump scare with the. And then Harry's like all pissed off. You're a hack, and Otto's only there for the tritium. He's all, kill Spider-Man. I'll give you all the tritium you need. On second thought, bring him to me. Alive. Harry rats Peter out like a dick. He's like,
Trinium is a fake element, right?
I think it is.
Okay, because
I was gonna
it's
ask
just
you
like a
guys that
comic
too.
book
That's why I'm
thing,
glad
right?
you said something because
No, yeah,
I was
I
like,
don't
this
know.
shit
Like,
can't
kinda
be
like
real,
vibranium.
right?
Yeah, okay, I got
So
you.
I think they talk about like
Fake
Wait,
material.
talks
vibranium's
about
not
it.
real? I'm just kidding.
he talks about it kind of like this is the only. Remember in the beginning, he's like, there's only like
This is the last of it,
there's
right?
like the last of it or something.
They
like that.
bought
Oh,
it. They have it.
It's
They
like
own
a
it.
rare-
rare,
of the
yeah,
world.
rare.
And I think that's when Harry is like,
Glad to pay the bills.
yeah, exactly.
No, and you could see, in the demonstration, how small that piece of trinium
it's
was,
tiny.
right? But in the one in Harry's vault, it's like huge,
yeah.
and you could really see how
He's
much
got it all,
damage
bro.
that this fucking thing can do. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
got it all. He's got
Yeah.
it all. And then as Doc Ock runs away, he's like, "Don't hurt Peter." All of a sudden, he gives a shit, right? And I like how Otto just agrees. Like he's just like, "Okay." Like why? He should have just totally overpowered it.
No, and straight up, okay, I feel like I'm doing a lot of this of like questioning the movie, but there is this question of like, now Harry thinks Peter is Spider-Man's friend, right? And now Doc Ock thinks Peter is Spider-Man's friend. There would be no suspicion between the both of them thinking that Peter is Spider-Man.
Right.
You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
exactly.
There's that thing where you're like,
Or
"Ah."
anyone for that matter.
Yeah,
Like
straight up.
Jameson, well, except for that one assistant.
Yeah, like he's the only one that could like
Yeah.
talk
No,
to
it's
Spider-Man.
funny.
Like
You-
they must fucking know, right?
And this is where we were gonna part ways because it's funny. I thought the same thing, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I think in this fucking universe, people are so stupid.
Yeah,
where they
yeah,
think
there's
that,
that.
Peter Parker plays Peter Parker's dumbass self so well that they're like, this guy can't
No
be
fucking
Spider-Man.
way.
Yeah,
He's an
exactly.
idiot.
He's just his
Or he-
friend.
Look
Like,
at him. He's a
what?
smart guy. How can he be buff, or fight?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
I don't
bro.
know. Yeah, it just makes you wonder. Though.
We didn't part
Do I?
ways, but I'm just saying.
And then you just take that piece of information
That's
out
what
of your
I think
mind and
about,
then watch it.
My and Ernie friendship. Like, how can Ernie be friends with me?
Ah,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
You know, like this is the end of that episode.
Uh-huh.
I'm out of here. No, just kidding. But continue,
I'll be
continue.
taking over from now
Oh,
on.
shit.
Yeah, I'll be coming in there.
Sang Kang is taking my
So
spot.
we cut to Peter seeing the paper with crime rising up to 70%.
That's hella high.
Yeah, and then
Where the fuck do they
That's
live,
fun.
dude?
I
Like,
know.
God.
That's Gotham City right there, dog.
yeah.
and then he sees a fire.
Dude.
And then you got that crazy over
Another
the top
fire.
actor. Somebody call firefighter! Help! Hey, where you going? To the fucking Tobey Maguire running in there. I mean, Peter Parker. Sorry.
Yeah,
He
at
runs in
this
the
point.
building, and did he not learn about the goblin?
Oh, that lady.
It's funny that
Oh,
they
yeah.
would put.
You're talking about that lady that. Oh, are you talking about that lady? You're doing that noise of the one there where she's like, "My baby," and she's all, or whatever.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So I was like, I don't know. It's just,
But yeah, then like Peter does some sweet little moves trying to save little Tux from the fire, dude, and then I like how the thing breaks and like even the little girl picks him up. She's like so.
Oh, the little Asian
stupid.
baby.
Yeah.
Peter saves the day, and I think this part's great because like he runs straight to the Asian parents and hands them the baby. Doesn't say
He
anything.
immediately knew.
He just like, here you go. Like, what
Yeah.
if that wasn't even their baby? What if they're like, wait, we're waiting for the other guy that died? Remember, like, there's another guy that didn't make it. In
oh,
there.
that's right.
Dude, I was writing. I wrote this down, and I said that this was the extent of Asian representation in Hollywood movies at the time, bro. Yeah, a family in need. They're like speaking Chinese to each other and
Oh,
shit.
shit.
It's like that's the only time.
So
bro.
they got
That, and then the
lady
woman
with the
with-
violin, right? Yeah.
And then the lady playing the violence in like a thick ass Asian accent. I'm like,
That's
dude, this
fucking
is how
great.
Asians were portrayed. Like at
Yeah,
this
that's
point of
why-
this time, dude.
Um,
Yeah,
what
that's
the
funny.
fuck? So then we cut to Peter at his apartment. He's like, "Am I not supposed to have what I want, what I need? What am I supposed to do?" And that's when
You make Peter so whiny,
I know,
but the
I
thing
kinda
is,
think
he
I'm
is
like
whiny.
Hayden Christensen.
Yeah, he is whiny.
And then I did that because of fucking beer.
Yeah, we're just-
Ursula Burston, which is the landlord's daughter, if you haven't, we mentioned earlier. Where's her accent though? Like she doesn't have an accent. I guess she's just
No,
because
yeah,
she
she's-
grew up
she's
here.
an American.
Yeah, second American.
so she's trying to bang Peter, but she's like,
Damn, what was that?
I don't know what happened.
This fucking did you hear me?
I twisted up my words.
so she randomly offers him cake and milk,
Chocolate cake.
and chocolate cake. I'm sorry,
That's right.
and watches him eat, and then she reveals at the end that she had a message after they ate. Really unnecessary scene there. Like it's just super unnecessary and long. Like they're just sitting there eating and just like.
No, I have two things about this scene. Okay,
ahead.
first of all, every time I watch the scene, I crave chocolate cake and milk
That's
because
fucking
he
funny,
eats
okay.
it so good. Like the
make
way
it
they
look
eat it.
really bomb.
Yeah, and then second, I agree with Carlos. Random fucking scene.
It was
like
not needed.
almost
She could've just
not.
came in and said, I had the message.
No, yeah, that was
Right.
like what 5 minutes
That
of
wasn't
her.
maybe- it seemed like 5 minutes, but
No,
it was
that's what
long.
I'm saying. It's like okay, we have already established
And
that
did
she
they
has a
exchange-
crush.
And did they exchange one word?
No.
Because it didn't look like they did.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh yeah, your aunt left the message.
oh, it's so, like, what the fuck? He's like,
And that's
oh,
it.
you probably should have said that earlier. What if she was dying? Like,
That's
let's
what
have
I'm
some
saying.
cake.
That's how much she
It's
wants
weird.
him, though.
She
You
wants
know
him
what I'm
bad,
saying?
bro. Fucking Ursula.
Yeah.
And
the sex
And you know what's funny?
secretary.
I thought that girl was
Do you have
the-
chocolate chip? I'm just kidding.
I thought that girl was the one from the wrong Missy.
Oh yeah,
I thought
yeah.
that was her
yeah.
when she was younger.
That's funny.
Anyway. So we cut to Peter at Maze, and she's moving out. With the little help of Henry Jackson and child labor laws, he gets $5. May forgives Peter for the other night. She said he was brave for him to admit the truth. A sweet little moment. And then little Henry has this, like, starts talking to Spider-Man. Has that little Brooklyn, like,
Yep.
hey, Peter. So where's Spider-Man?
Is that Henry?
What the fuck is that?
He has that like deep kind of voice, right?
He's
like, he'll be back, right?
Spider-Man.
And
He does like he's a smoker.
Yeah, that's right.
And then that's when
He
May
sounds older than Aunt May and shit.
and that's when May gives that sweet little speech about the heroes. And I think that's the point. Like, I feel like she knew he was Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm. Some kind of suspicion.
So I believe there's a hero in all of us. Keeps us honest, gives us strength, makes us noble, and finally allows us to die with pride. Even though sometimes we may have to be steady.
Yeah,
I'd like seeing Aunt May
And
in
give
the
up
scene.
the
I
things
do.
we
Right.
want the most, even our dreams.
May I say something?
yeah.
He nailed that, dude. I
No,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I fucking thought Aunt May was in the fucking building.
No, yeah, that was kind of
Well,
crazy.
she is. Welcome.
Special guest today.
She's like, hello. I don't get you.
What is that fucking? It's Meryl Streep, bro, and Julia.
Before we start the cast,
Hello.
before we start the cast, Miss May would like to sing the Our Father. Oh, was it? So he cuts to Peter where he started.
Shit.
He's jumping the roofs that like a gazelle, bro. That run he's doing all sweet. Eat some shit, of course. He's like, I'm back, and then he falls. He's like, my back, my
back.
pussy.
I liked it. I liked that scene.
Lick my pussy and my crack.
And that's when we cut to MJ and her fiance, and the dude's like sitting there, like, also he's all, "You gonna invite your little boyfriend?" Like, the way he's doing it,
Nah,
too, I
he's
think,
just a
I think
little
he has a little
jerk.
boy crush, dude. He's
Ah.
all, the world is full of great big jerks, and that's when like she grabs him to make out with him upside down.
Oh yeah,
Spidey
she tells him,
kiss,
"Here, let me
bro.
try something."
Fuck you.
And he's all, and after they kiss, he's like, "Wow, I'm back on the moon." He's all,
And MJ's in a different
by the way,
place.
he's an astronaut.
Yeah,
She's
she's
like-
like,
She just
he's all-
kissed him, and she's like, "That's not who I want to kiss."
he's
Nah,
all, "You
nah,
up
nah.
there with me?" Like all stupid. Not so good with the line.
That's what he says.
Yeah,
I
he said it. You don't
forgot
remember
that.
after that?
No, I don't remember.
I
That's
know.
crazy.
I remember him saying, "I'm back on the moon again."
But he says after, he's like, "You up there with me?"
She's like,
He's
"No."
all, you like
He's all
good.
fucking horny.
He just got back from the moon.
I know, right? And then we cut to MJ and Pete having coffee.
The cafe.
You know, this seems cool.
Mhm.
Having more awkward conversations. He denies MJ once again because he went back to Spider Man. She's like,
Peter,
"Do you
Peter,
love me
Peter.
or not?" He's like, "I don't."
Yeah, the
Smooth
little
Pete heartbreak. He's like, "Kiss me. I need to know something."
Yep.
And then she does that thing. That's when everything's paused. I really like this scene, dude. It's a sweet ass scene.
It is
Everything-
fucking dope.
that's
Yeah.
the car fucking flips. Otto was trying to kill Peter right there, bro.
Dude,
He wasn't.
yes,
He wasn't gonna get any information off of him.
straight up.
Like he wanted. Like he would have died. And again,
Little
another
does he
Jurassic
know.
Park type scene.
Do you think he kind of knows that he's Spider-Man at all? No, right?
No, because he tells
No, 'cause remember at
Peter
the end-
to
That's
meet
right,
him
yeah,
at
yeah,
the
that's
bell
right.
tower.
But
Or
it's just
maybe
like,
the claws know it though. But they would have told him.
it's just a little weird that he tried to literally kill the guy
Yeah,
that
yeah,
has
exactly.
the information. It doesn't make sense.
And why can't he just go in there and grab him? Why does he have to throw a fucking car?
Because he wants you to know. He's like, your Uber's here. like I don't know. It's just it's so weird. It's such an awkward scene. Like I get it. It looks fucking cool though.
Yeah,
but it's just
super
like
cool.
no. Like you're gonna kill
No,
this
it
fucking
makes no
guy.
sense. Yeah, I wrote that. I was like,
So
what the
Otto
fuck was he trying to
rolls
do?
up, still not wearing a shirt for some reason. The guy never has a shirt on.
Because he wants to show you his titties. His
He's
moves.
fucking bone saw. He throws Peter all sweet and takes MJ. The effects, they're pretty good. Like they're pretty good when he's walking away with MJ. Like it looks still bad, but it's still good. It's still pretty good. We cut to Pete bursting out of the rubble, all superhero like. Glasses drop. He is back. So now we cut to Jameson. I drove Spider-Man away. Spider-Man was a hero. He just couldn't see it. He was a thief. He steals his fucking his suit again. He's a criminal. He stole my suit. He's a menace to the whole city.
Oh, when he leaves a little note.
I want that wall crawling arachnoid prosecuted. I want Spider-Man. Super cartoony
Yeah,
moment right there.
comic book
I
style.
like when they do that though. Spidey confronts the Doc and they battle. And that's when they land on the train. I think this is one of like the
Another
coolest
sick
scenes.
ass
This is one of like the
scenes.
coolest. They have a lot of cool fight scenes. Like
Yeah,
the
it's
ones
really
with Goblin
actiony.
weren't as like choreographed as these ones. I feel.
Yeah, and it was shorter.
Um, so Otto, they have a sweet little battle, and that's when Otto leaves Spider-Man with the train and the shits. He's like, "You
Yep.
have a train to catch,"
Ah,
and then you got that sweet ass over the top conductor. He's like, "Help! Help! I can't stop. The brakes are gone." And then like Peter's
that guy was kind of annoying.
he was super annoying.
Yeah.
And then
He's like doing all he can for them, but he
And
keeps saying some weird shit
Peter's
to them.
mask burns. He takes it off, and
Yeah.
the spider sensor, the track's gonna end, and then the conductor's like, "Oh my god, this is it! Brace yourselves!" Spidey attempts to stop the train with his feet, but he fails. And then that fucking guy's like, "Any more bright ideas?" It's like, "Why don't you get out here
That's
and
what
you
I'm
fucking
saying.
help?" And then he's like, "Yeah, I got a few. Yeah." And then he does one last attempt. and
Mask
that's when he
off
starts-
at this point, though. Yeah,
Masks
people
off,
are looking
bro.
at him.
And then he starts doing his he starts doing his webs. And then that's
I don't remember the conductor doing that.
And he
I'm
goes,
just kidding.
then the conductor goes, "Whoa, watch out!" And then Peter saves the train. He ends up stopping it with all his might, barely at the last second, like
Dude,
a Spider-Man would.
This is such a like Spider-Man thing, right? Like they do that in Homecoming. They do it in Miles Morales. You know, like that's in the game and
When
all
he's,
that.
like, pulling,
Like he's
holding
always
it.
holding two things with both hands with the spider webs. That's like a thing that Spider-Man just does.
Yeah,
And
it's a
always
good way to
gonna stay-
showcase his like
He does
superpowers.
He does whatever.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I agree.
He
I
does
agree.
whatever a Spider-Man does.
What a Spider-Man can.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't
I
it?
put that up.
No, you're
It
right.
is again.
You're right. Okay, go for it. Continue.
But I always love this scene when he falls and the crowd like grabs him. Like I remember seeing that in the trailer for the movie. It's
yeah, I remember that
like,
too.
"Ooh," like all intense. Like, that's when they send him down. They're like, "He's just a kid, no older than my son." And the son must be 30 years old because Tobey Maguire
That's
They're
what I was
looking
about
pretty
that.
old
looks
at
pretty
that
damn
point,
old.
Yeah.
for sure.
And that's when those kids come and they're like, "We found something. We won't tell nobody."
Yeah.
And it's like
Stupid ass
someone in the
kids.
back's probably like, "Speak for yourself. I'm gonna fucking." And that's a future villain somewhere.
No,
in
yeah.
there, dude.
Hey, not one phone, just vibes. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Oh.
Nobody
Yeah,
was
you're right,
taking
yeah.
the
That's right.
pictures, dog.
That's right. Hey, we're just vibing here.
Yeah, they were just vibing. They're
Um,
like, we know who.
And then and then the
There's no
character that
Insta.
comes out, then he pulls in or whatever, Doctor Octavius to get him.
Breaks up the
Who
party.
comes out? Remember you were telling me.
Joey Coco Diaz,
Yeah,
bro.
Coco Diaz,
Joey
bro.
Coco
He's all,
Diaz.
"You must one of us, must all of us." He's like, "When New York."
You want to go through him? You got to go through me. And that's when everyone stands up for him and they get
Me
pushed,
too.
They get
Me
pushed
too.
aside all sweet.
Dude, he goes through them.
Like,
You know what I mean?
Nah, yeah. Somebody would have died. If it was rated R, motherfuckers are dying in that.
Ah,
Definitely. And
You
it
feel
would
me?
have started with Jojo Coco.
Dude,
Jojo Coco.
dude,
Jojo
literally,
Shabby.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
Until this viewing, I fucking didn't know it was him. I watched
That's
it.
funny.
The last time I watched it, literally, I was like, "Holy shit, that's fucking Joey Diaz."
Wait, what's he from?
He's a comedian, like a stand-up comic.
He comes out in
Yeah.
like The Longest Yard.
Longest
He
Yard,
comes
yeah.
out in,
Oh,
like-
that's him.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's all,
big
"Get me a
fat
Pepsi," or whatever. And he's all,
Yeah.
he's a fucking funny dude.
Funny fucking dude.
Cheeseburger. Oh, shit like that. So anyway,
Oh, that's Terry Cruz's character.
Otto.
Yo,
Baby back,
I could
bitch.
just say something.
He's all,
The fact that Terry Crews sells cheeseburgers in that movie
in the prison.
is fucking
And he's all-
funny,
and then
dog.
he's like, I'm sorry, it was random, but he goes,
I know.
I got the fries that'll make you shake, or something like that.
I got
Yeah.
the shakes that'll make you.
Nah, that's fucking
shake.
hilarious.
He's all, I just got shakes. He's all, shit.
Gotcha. That's just so
Holy
stupid.
shit, dude.
I
I tried to
continue.
say
Sorry, that's a great movie.
Baby
Quotables.
back,
Fuck yeah.
Baby back. So anyway, so Otto knocks out Spider-Man and he takes him, and then we get that sweet ass transition to Harry's. Otto lays Spider-Man down and gets his tritium. Peter is ready to make his kill. He grabs the knife next to that sweet ass pic of Harry and Norman. Make her mark another reference.
Yep.
And he's
Sweet
like,
dagger, though.
Sweet dagger. He's
Yeah,
like,
nice little dagger.
He's if only I can cause you the pain you caused me. Let's see who's behind the mask, so I can look in your eyes as you die. And that's when Harry unveils it's Peter, and he freaks out.
Yep.
And
Drops a
then
knife.
He's like, Peter, what? And he's like, there are bigger things that are happening here than me and you.
Yep.
It's a hard line, bro.
Yep. He always has
Uh,
one-liner.
He does. Yeah,
That's
he's got
like
the
his
lines,
whole role.
bro. He's
That's
got
like
the
his
lines.
whole role.
Yeah. So then we cut to Otto in his lair. Mary Jane trying to be all cool and doesn't believe Spider-Man is dead. Wants a password. No, he doesn't want a password. I'm sorry. MJ's like, hey, you, over here.
Does the whistle?
Yeah, like all stupid. Doesn't believe Spider-Man is dead. And Otto finds out real quick that he's not dead.
You know when he's like crawling in the background and he does a little smile.
Yeah,
I
he's
like that little scene.
He's all, hey, and like all stupid, and she's like, but then he finds him like super quick, like, with
Immediately, yeah.
everything. So then we get the sweet water tackle, and that's when they like launches in the water. That part's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Machine is on and begins sucking in everything, including MJ. But
Ah.
Spidey saves her, of course. Battle continues, and I love how MJ tries to hit Otto, but gets rejected real quick.
Yep.
Spider-Man shocks Otto and unplugs the machine, but it's going nuts. It's too late. It's already unstable.
Self-sustaining.
That's right,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's self-sustaining.
Spider-Man, Spidey reveals himself to Otto, pleading to get the machine shut down. And he's like, Peter Parker, brilliant but lazy. It's like, no times for jokes, motherfucker.
You're gonna die.
Out of
He's
it,
like,
bro.
I can't destroy it. I won't. You know, his arms are again taking over.
Yep.
And then Peter convinces him to shut down by giving him an Aunt May speech that overpowers his arms. She kind of re-says what she said earlier.
Yeah.
So he sacrifices himself to drown in the river. Peter turns to MJ. She knows now. And he's like, no! Like that intense no he does. Like Peter's face when the building's falling down on her.
Oh,
Remember? He's like,
yeah.
And then he saves her and he's like, hi. She's like, hi. I'm so stupid. He's like,
I was going to say this,
This
though.
is really heavy.
How? Okay, like this also makes me question how strong Spider-Man really is, though.
Why is that?
No, because he literally is holding up a warehouse wall.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, because
Like,
with
what's
great
the extent of with great power?
with great power
Comes
comes
great
great
resp-
strength. I'm just
Ah,
kidding. No,
okay,
no,
I
yeah.
like that.
I mean, he's holding it for as long as he
Yeah.
can.
And Mary Jane, bro,
What is she
always
doing?
in trouble.
Of course, she's a damsel in
Always.
distress.
I know, but it's like every time, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
she needs
it's
to check herself.
Before she
Before she
rickety
wrecks
wrecks herself.
Yeah.
You know.
But was that the only wall in the building? I'm kidding. Because
Is
that's
that what you
she's
had?
behind it. No, I
Oh.
was saying.
That's yeah, I was like, wait, is it?
So
Looking at it.
so he saves her, and he finally says that he loves her. And then she's like, everything's all happy and good with the world. We cut to Otto successfully drowning the machine. So I will not die a monster. Peter and MJ swing off to safety. Yeah. They swing to safety. Pound Town for sure. And then they got that sweet little sexy spider web up top.
Oh,
He
yeah.
climbs up all nice. He's all,
Climbs towards her like a spider.
and he's like,
Weird.
she's like, I think I always knew all this time who you really were. And that's when Peter tells her, that's why we can't be together. Because, the enemies. Got a lot of enemies.
Oh, I see. I
okay.
see. A
I
little
love
Aubrey. That's Aubrey.
I love how, I
You
love,
know Aubrey?
And I love how.
I know.
Aubrey Graham?
I mean, I thought that was freaking Drake. Honestly.
Yeah, it's Aubrey.
That's his name,
Yeah.
stupid ass. God damn.
Shit. That's it. I was like, wait, what?
I thought that was Drake.
I thought that was Drake.
Aubrey Hepburn. And I like how Peter's watching from a distance about the fiance and MJ. He's just watching, right?
Yeah, continue. Yeah.
He's like all cute.
He's like doing the web. He's
Yeah,
like
he's
using
like-
the web to put her down.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that what that
yeah,
is?
yeah.
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 I thought I don't know why I was thinking that you're just gonna like put her down, like kill her.
What the- what's is that the Spider-Man 2.1 I saw?
Alternate ending.
Yeah,
He
dude.
cuts to Harry with a knife, and he
He
gets
has like it's not even
Oh,
fucking.
yeah.
It
and
looks
guess
like
who shows? Oh, what?
it's like a big ass serene.
It's a
Like
big
it's like
ass-
all crooked looking.
all
It looks
crazy.
weird.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
some goblin shit.
Antique.
Yeah.
Goblin shit.
Guess who shows up to talk?
Ah.
Who?
Norman, bro.
Who?
Norman.
Oh yeah.
He's
that's
like,
right.
you're weak. You're always weak. You always be weak until you take control. And then he says some other shit. He's like, avenge me. Avenge me. And that's when
You
he's
think
like,
they recasted him to do that voiceover right there?
Yeah, probably. Most
well,
likely.
no,
Yeah,
actually,
you
fun
agree?
fact. I read a little thing that I guess Willem Dafoe happened to see the crew filming, and he kind of walked in. That's when they did a cameo for him.
Oh,
He
what
wasn't
the
supposed to
fuck?
have.
Oh,
He
that's
wasn't
so
supposed to have a cameo.
Dude, Willem
That's
Dafoe.
fucking
I mean,
sick,
the
dude.
fuck? You know what I mean?
you see what I'm
okay,
saying? I see.
I'm so glad he came out. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
No,
Now,
but then,
well, how is he just strolling by things? Like he's just like,
Hollywood,
That's
he's
Willem
like,
Dafoe
hey.
for you, dude.
That's
yeah.
him. He just cruises.
Yeah, we
he's
talk all the time.
He's doing the spider crawl like buckets.
But for some reason he was shirtless.
Hell yeah. So Harry reveals the Goblin Room, setting up for a dope ass third movie that we cannot wait for. We cut to MJ at her wedding, but she doesn't want to walk. She doesn't walk the aisle. Even Jameson's like, "What the fuck?" A lady comes down to tell John Jameson the wedding's off, and he's pissed.
He looks
Maybe
pissed.
a future villain. Actually, I looked it up. He is there's like a couple of roles he has later, but they never. It's nothing really big.
The guy
I've never
when
heard
he
of
got stood up.
John Jameson. I don't think he's a villain. It's more of like a hero role.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, And then that's when Jameson's like, call Deborah. Tell her not to open the caviar. And that's the end of old MJ.
Can I tell you
Oh, yeah.
something
Yeah.
that bothered me about this fucking scene, dude? So I obviously I got married. You guys are unmarried right now, but like, dude, getting married is fucking expensive, and
Oh,
you don't
for
get your
sure.
deposit back if you cancel the wedding.
Oh,
Like if
no.
it's the day of, you're fucked. You just spend like 20 grand on something. So
Dude, it's fucking MJ,
what a bitch,
dude. I'm
right?
telling you, dog.
And that's why her dad always says, "Fuck you." That's why her dad.
Where's
would
my
yell,
beer?
Where's my beer?
Yeah.
That's why he was.
Nah, MJ, dude,
But you
throughout the whole series, bad decision making. Always getting herself into some bullshit.
And I'm gonna go back.
Can't make up
yeah.
her mind.
Mm.
Okay?
No.
So it's like, there's, I think, some fault
And
in
we're
it.
gonna
And
say
I'm-
that more
and
in the third
yeah,
one.
and I'm
That's
gonna
what
go
I'm
back into it 'cause
saying.
I'm gonna state something that Alex here said. Maybe she just needs to do the twist. You know what I mean?
Ah.
Say some shit like that too. You're
I got
good.
you. Of course,
Make
it's
some
because
omelets,
we're
huh?
connected. Me and this guy.
Exactly.
Okay,
Quotables.
I'm not.
You're
I don't
getting-
like that noise.
You're the venom to mine our Sandman.
Ah, don't
Sorry.
say that, dude.
I'm
Hope
sorry,
for
yeah,
grace.
I'm
That was hard.
Is
That
it-
was
hey,
harsh.
Show
That
for
was
grace.
Hey,
You're
you
Mr.
want
Aziz.
forgiveness? Find religion.
Religion.
Ah, okay, all right.
That's
We'll
good.
get into
That's
that.
good.
We'll
I
get
can't
into
wait,
that.
dude. That
Yeah.
one we're gonna have the most fun with. I know it. It's just,
That was good. Yeah,
Um,
that's gonna be a.
So we cut to MJ running through the streets, smiling with her dress, and arriving to Peter's lonely apartment. Good thing he wasn't jerking her. Good thing he was there. Imagine she walked in. He's like, what?
that was
It
so
surprised
quick.
me too.
That
Yeah,
was
it
so quick.
surprised me
He's
too.
like, good thing he wasn't jerking it, and he just went into.
No.
And I was
Well,
like,
what
where-
if she burst in? He's like, because he's just sitting there, like staring. He's like,
That's true,
like,
but
all
he's
stupid.
just looking outside the window, like rubbing one out.
He's like, there's got to be some crime soon.
At that time, was there online porn?
Of course, yeah, it's 2000 and whatever. So there's like,
Nah.
Mr. Aziz and the rest.
No.
Mr. Dickovich. Mr. Dickovich.
or his daughter, what's his name? Fucking
Ursula. She's like,
Oh,
under the
shit.
sea. And then MJ's like, I can't survive without you. And he's like, I know there will be risk. I want to face him with you. And then she's like, I've always been standing in your doorway. Grabs Peter's face and does that sweet little face again where he like comes. And they kiss. He does, right? He's
Talking about
his eye
Peter
twitches
coming
little
a
bit.
lot in the last couple of minutes. You know what I'm
I'm telling
saying?
you, bro, he's a comer.
Spiderweb, little spiderweb on her dress.
yeah.
Then
What you said earlier.
That's
That's
it.
good. That's
So
good.
they kiss. MJ finally got the spider kiss she wanted. Cops interrupt and they both look.
Mm,
He's like, go get him, Tiger.
that's a
pretty
pretty classic
hot.
line.
I like that. I like
That's a
that.
And
classic line.
Spider-Man launches through the city gracefully yet again, and the last shot's on MJ, and it's kind of like a weird like shot. 'cause,
On
like,
her,
it looks at
in the window, right?
It looks at her like
Yeah.
she's kind of like, did I just make the worst decision of my life? Like it kind of looks like that, right?
Mhm. But you are relieved at this point of the series that they're just like finally
They're
like
finally together.
fucking together
And
after
I
all
forg-
those little
And you know
dialogues
what's-
together.
You know what's funny? Like I was thinking about the movies, and I'm like, when was that subplot with the marriage? In which movie was it in? I couldn't figure.
I thought
out.
it was the third one.
I thought
honestly,
I couldn't figure out it was the second or third. Like I had
Same.
trouble. I was
when
like, wait,
MJ was getting
Same.
married.
Yeah.
that whole
Oh,
married,
okay.
that
Yeah,
whole married
the whole married
subplot.
scene.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I just couldn't figure it out. I don't know. I guess it's so small. I'm like really just kind of dumb.
it just kind of goes like really fast.
just kind of
Yeah.
happens.
They
right?
make you not give a fuck about the husband.
They don't. Yeah.
For sure. Like
They
it's
don't-
all about MJ and Peter, right?
Yeah, like J. Jonah Jameson's son is like irrelevant at some point, like really
Yeah.
quickly.
And I would say irrelevant that it's J.J. Jameson's son. Like that didn't need to happen.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
Yeah,
In a way, but it's like they wanted to make it connect. So
and
it is what it
I
is.
guess it gave also, which was kind of like a blessing and a curse because it gave J. Jonah Jameson more, or what's his face? They gave him more,
more
like, screen
airtime kind of thing. Yeah, yeah.
right? God, I forgot his freaking name right now.
John Jameson.
J.K.
No.
Rowling or not J.K. Rowling?
J.K.
Oh,
Simmons.
J.K. Simmons, J.K. Rowling, and we don't talk about
Yeah,
her, dude. She got
J.K.
canceled.
J.K.
Oh,
Rowling.
we needed more of him. But
Yeah.
that concludes Spider-Man Dose.
Oh God.
Guys,
Shit.
where do we rank it? Where do we rank
All
it?
right, let me go first.
Hit it,
boys.
hit it.
Let me
Okay,
go
go
first.
ahead.
So,
Yeah, I get that.
and this was a great movie, dude. I loved this movie, but it's not a rewinder for me. I don't watch this one consistently. I watched the first one a lot more than this one, and it was a great movie. Watching it again, I was like, damn, it brought me back. Like the first one brought me back to my childhood. This one brought me back to just like that, like the sense of like how I felt as a kid for this, like, you know, the type of superhero movies. Because I was just like, oh my god, I don't remember it being so like so sad, so like triumphant at the end, you know, all that stuff. Like it was such a different take on the movie for me, and I enjoyed it. I loved it, but I don't rewatch it a lot. But what do you guys think? Whoever wants.
Okay, I'm gonna go on this one. Spider-Man 2 for sure my favorite in the whole series. I rewatch this like all the time. I would say this is the Spider-Man out of the whole trilogy that I watch the most. Straight up. Because the first one I don't watch that much, and then Spider-Man 3 it's like whatever's, but This is the movie I feel like I watched and I fully understood. You know what I mean? Because the Spider-Man 1, I was young and I had just moved here, so I didn't really understand that much. But Spider-Man 2, I knew exactly everything was going on, and it has the most action. You know what
Yeah,
I
it
mean?
does.
And it's the most exciting plot line in my
Okay.
opinion.
Good.
So Spider-Man 2, top
So it was a rewinder for
trilogy.
you.
Rewinder, yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Rewinder.
What about you,
Rewinder to
Lex?
me.
What are we rating?
But that's why
on
you
your
guys invited me
scales?
into this podcast because I mean
You're a
all
winder.
this three I mean even third one, all three of these movies I have watched so many times in my life.
Same. I've watched them a lot of times as well.
Yeah.
But yeah,
They're
I'm
good,
glad
they're
we brought you in because like we wanted to find like because we were talking about having another person just to do certain episodes,
Mhm.
but we wanted to find someone who like was super into that coherent movie that we're doing, like our current movie. Sorry, that we're doing.
Big
So
big movie in the childhood.
yeah,
for
so
sure.
Good
All
to
right.
you. Go ahead.
Carlos?
Sick.
Your ranking?
I'm gonna put it on a love it, bro. I mean, it's a good movie. Best superhero movie? No. Maybe of its time, sequel wise, it was pretty damn good. Action scenes top notch. The acting is a little better, except for the
Harry
main
Osborn.
ones. The main ones.
Harry?
I mean, Toby's
Yeah.
still kind of a little whiner. Alfred Molina's Doc Ock was like one of the
Yes.
fleshed out villains. But I think I was gonna say I think they do good on the villains. Like it
Yeah.
sucks because like the third one, Sandman was a pretty fleshed out villain.
He was a pretty cool villain. Like he
Yeah.
wasn't
Like he was
dumb
like
and bad.
he had a story. and,
Yeah.
like, but
Yeah.
like, for
Lot
Ben,
of
you
emotion.
kind of cared for him.
Yeah.
Like same thing with the Gobs and.
The
Maybe not so
Gobs.
much of the Goblin because Willem Dafoe, it
Goblin
was
Jr..
good, but Alfred Molina, same thing. So yeah, dude. I mean, it's a love it for me. It's a great movie. So we enjoyed it, but I
Yeah.
found a review here.
Here we come.
And the funny thing about these reviews, I was looking at the ones, and I didn't find anything good. Like they were super long and just really
Spider-Man one?
Spider-Man
Uh-huh.
2 for Spider-Man 2.
Oh, for
for
Spider-Man
this
2.
one. So I found a 2 out of 10 that I thought was kind of funny and just kind of.
Out of 10. Okay.
So the title is "This movie ... is sad." This movie is sad.
okay.
It is a disappointment to fans of the original movie and comics. I tried to enjoy it. I really did, but the special effects were horrible.
Oh.
Which is weird because
Yeah.
they're for their time.
For their
and all,
time, they were pretty
thinking.
the
freaking good.
storyline sucked, and as a whole, ... just don't go there. The train scene was really bad, and when a few people
What?
(parentheses) on the train saw him, they're like, "Oh my God, he's just a kid." ... Who else would he be? A 50-year-old Batman wannabe?
Shit.
Oh yeah, I hated the ending. ... The return of Green Goblin? Seriously? Get over it. He's dead already. As other members never said, as other members have said to get some originality. ...
That was a
Some-
lot of dots here.
Some
I
interviews
know,
said
what
the
the
best
hell?
lines were, "I'm Spider-Man no more." That scene was bad. Capitals. And in the end, you don't find out what happens to the house. I like the part on MJ had a fight with him about the play. That was good. And that's the end.
What?
What the
So
fuck?
like the
Okay,
whole thing is just
there's-
and then the
Wait,
fight about the play, and that was the only
The
good thing.
fact that the
got
only
two.
the fact that the only adjectives that this man had to say about it was good
And what
or
house?
bad.
That she's moving? Is that what she's talking about? Or he's
I-
talking about? Whoever.
I think so. I don't even
I don't
like. I just want to say like. I wish that there was a way that we can get
Getting
these
worked
reviews
up over
and we
there.
can get like the age of these people and like like I don't fucking know because their mindset is so weird. Like, what do
Yeah.
you expect going into a movie like this? Like I always say this, like for it to get that 2 out of that's not.
But this sounds like a person that like wanted to not like.
And it sounds like this person. 'cause
sure.
I just
Agreed,
I
yeah.
just clicked
You know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
profile.
Okay. Oh,
And
oh damn.
a bunch of bad reviews, huh?
they've been this is the only review.
Oh.
And they joined in June 2005, and this review was posted June 11, 2005. So this person
Made
came
the account.
just to write this review,
Damn.
which I see most people do. Like I always see reviews that say like, I've never write reviews before, but I had to for this.
You know,
movie.
it's crazy. It must have struck such a big chord with them, like for them to like, because it takes a while to make an account, like not
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the
it
longest,
takes a
but
second.
just to
You
make an
gotta be
account and just
committed.
and then write that ... You know, that was
took
approximately
some
five
time.
like 5 times that they said ... ellipses, right?
Exactly.
That's like 5 ellipses that they fucking used throughout that whole
Yeah.
damn paragraph.
They're speechless, bro,
and so like
on how bad it was.
I guess like they couldn't even conjure up the words
But the
to
fight about the
hate
play
this
was good.
movie. Okay, continue. Sorry.
I said, but the fight with MJ was good though.
Yeah.
So that,
The-
that gets
but
that-
the
that gets
fight
that
on the
set.
train was bad
How
for
Yeah,
some
I don't get
reason.
it.
Yeah.
What was better choreographed?
Oh
Ah.
god, that's
So anyway, we enjoyed the movie. It was fun. Kyle, thumbs up, thumbs down. The movie? No, the fucking review that I read. No, I'm kidding.
The
movie.
I enjoy it.
Okay.
perfect. I'm
He
glad
doesn't know the
said
rating
something.
system.
Yeah.
All right, I want to give a special thanks to Kyle
Yes,
for coming out and
in.
being our
Shouts out.
what is that called when what you did right now?
Fine.
Audio engineer, fucking.
Tallywhacker.
Oh, so he's a tallywhacker.
You're a
Yeah,
tallywhacker.
professional
Big tallywhacker.
He whacks good.
But yeah, thank you again for coming into the audio. So
Thank you.
audio
Yeah.
might sound a lot better, which I'm really happy for.
Yes, and,
And,
I
thanks
can't wait for the
again,
results. Thanks
Sang.
again,
Of
Jeff
course,
and Kang,
yeah.
for joining us.
I'm excited for
Kyle.
Spider-Man 3.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
gonna be
Next time,
fun.
Spider-Man 3. That's gonna be the last of the series for now, and I'm excited for it.
Yep.
Because it's a gold mine.
Oh yeah,
Um,
we got it. in there.
again, Quotables Cast, Twitter, Instagram. Follow us. Me and Ernie got our Instagrams attached to that, so you can follow us too.
Definitely.
Sang Kang on Instagram.
At
So
Jeffrey
is
Kang
Kyle,
54.
Golden Straddle. I don't know what the fuck.
At Phantoms.
They got their Dead Weight Industries little merch track going out.
Yeah, the
So
merch.
for everybody who guesses Ernie's favorite food wins a free shirt.
And I'll tell you, I like seafood. Because every food I see, I eat. You like that one? Thank you.
I did.
But is there anything else you guys want to add before we get out?
Yeah, fucking Joey Coco Diaz.
We're
The way
done.
that you said that just was fucking funny. I'm sorry.
It was pretty good. Looks
Joey
like
Coco
nothing.
Diaz.
So
right.
thank you. We'll see you next time for joining us. And once again, we are Quotables. Thank you again.
All
Good
right.
night.